Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rob's Gaming Table. I'm Rob.
I'm Mel.
And we're here to play Star Wars Unlimited finally. I know I've unboxed packs and talked about product and rambled about the game. I've been to tournaments. I've been to pre-release events. Mel's been to pre-release events. I've been to draft event now. I did a draft event recently. But yeah, we haven't shown gameplay of it on the channel except for me dabbling with that online client before the release. But I've played a bunch of games now, and we're here to show you my audience, who I would assume more recently is really into board gaming, maybe not so much collectible card games, but this card game is from basically the publisher, and I say this story every time we usually talk about a new Fantasy Flight Games product. I wouldn't be in this hobby. I wouldn't have fallen so hard in love and wouldn't have started a YouTube channel, my part-time and eventually full-time, and Twitch channel and all that stuff I was doing before, if it wasn't for the products published out of Fantasy Flight Games. I know it's quite the different company now than it was back in 2011 or 2012 or somewhere around there when I first found Game of Thrones, the board game 2nd edition, then Game of Thrones, the card game, which was similar to this except for it was a living card game, not chasing booster packs, just chapter packs. Which when we dove into the game when it had already been out for years, we were spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars driving around trying to find packs and stuff just to build the collection. It was pretty crazy. It was similar to this kind of experience. But yeah, so here we are, another card game coming out of Fantasy Flight Games. And we play lots of Fantasy Flight Games products on the channel, and board games, card games, whatnot. So yeah, it's a cool, I like the Star Wars theme. We played other Star Wars games on the channel. We streamed live gameplay of Star Wars Rebellion, Outer Rim,
Imperial
Assault, did a whole campaign of that. I don't know what else. I'm brain farting. But I didn't play Destiny. I didn't play Star Wars the card game. I was too busy with Game of Thrones the card game, Lord of the Rings the card game, Warhammer Conquest 40K the card game, a little Netrunner the card game, a little Legend of the Five Rings the card game. A few other card games were keeping me busy at the time, so I just didn't see a reason to pivot to a different game at the time those games came out. So here I am with none of those games. Oh, Keyforge, that was another one. Yeah. Keyforge, rest in peace. I know it's still going, but like realistically where it was, I don't think it'll ever get there again, but hopefully one day, but unfortunately it's not. But here we are, a new collectible card game's come out from Fantasy Flight Games. Bunch of the people there worked on a lot of the great games that I've played over the years and love. So I wanted to give this one a shot. I like the Star Wars theme. So this stream is to kind of show you one of the products, pretty much the first product that should have been available to purchase. Not the pre-release kit. They should have had this available a week before that even. So people could learn the game at home, play 2-player with the starter, then go to their pre-release and be a little more understanding of who Luke is and who Vader is and what the cards do and what the rules are, and instead of throwing them into a pre-release environment, giving them under an hour to read the rules, read 6 packs of cards they've never seen before, and then drive them in best of 3 matches for the rest of their evening. It would have been much nicer if this was available before that. And this, now that you're watching this, you're definitely watching this well after pre-release. The game's been out for a week. It launched a week ago. Right? Not even. Yeah, it has been a week. It launched on Friday last week. And today is Friday. It's been 1 week. The game has been out. But this is the starter kit.
It's been 2 weeks.
No, that was pre-release was the week before.
Oh, right.
For us, it feels like the game's been out for 2 weeks because we've just had tons of cards making videos and all that stuff. So, but yeah, here we are. And we're going to show you the starter set. We're going to unbox this thing because it's a great place to start with the game. So if you're curious and you just want to try it out, and you like self-contained board gamer type products, this is that. This is the complete 2 50-card decks. You literally can take these 2 decks that are in here and take one to your local store and play on casual game night. You can enter a tournament with it, fully legal. There are cards in the starter set that you will not find in booster packs. So even though you're cracking booster packs, you might be a collector of the game. There's a reason why you might want to buy this too, because there's exclusive cards in here that you won't find. You will not find the leader Luke and the leader Darth Vader in the regular game, in buying booster packs, pre-releases, draft, sealed, none of that. You have to buy this to get them, or get them through organized play or something. There's other ways, but Um, so yeah, so we're gonna highlight this product today, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna open it. We're gonna show you what's inside. Um, and then we're gonna play against each other. I don't know who's gonna play what deck, or we'll do like a best of 3 or something. We could talk about that later in the stream after we open this. Kind of look at what's inside. But that's the idea. And I'm a big fan, like Flesh and Blood. I love the idea of that card game. I thought it was the coolest game when I saw it. And before they even had real starter decks, I was ordering pre-built starter decks from a local game store here in Ontario, Canada, that was actually like using commons and uncommons and stuff to build their own starter decks. So I ordered a set. Mel and I played it. I loved the game. It was fun. Yeah, of course, I wanted some of the cool, rarer cards in my collection, and then I saw how much they cost. Mm-hmm. I saw the whole them releasing expensive sets before like respecting the casual player, before respecting the person who just doesn't want to blow their budget on shiny cards. And that rubbed me the wrong way. So because of the way they're kind of promoted Flesh and Blood to really lean into the collectors first, players second, and I know some people would fight me on that and be like, that's not true, but it is true. That rubbed me the wrong way, and I just kind of didn't want to go further than starter decks with that game. Game is awesome. Flesh and Blood's awesome, but it wasn't for me. And so when Keyforge shut down and changed publishers and all that, the meta, the local player scene here dried up. I know there are some players around. I know I could drive a couple hours and find some store championships and stuff, but it's not the same. So I was looking for a new card game, and this came along kind of at the right time. We played it at Gen Con last year, the demo decks, and we like fell in love. I fell in love. Especially in the same weekend playing tons of Lorcana.
Oh yeah.
And then playing this like right next to it, like literally
same day.
10 minutes before we're playing Lorcana, and then we're running through the hall to get to our Star Wars demo. And then I played that and was like, oh, maybe Lorcana isn't that good. Or this is like, I don't know, is Lorcana bad and like this is just better? Or is it like, this is really good and Lorcana is just good? But I didn't know what to think. I was just like, yeah, Lorcana is not the game. This is for me. This is the game that's for me.
But again, you always talk about theme as a thing, right?
But it was even just a little more complexity of like...
Okay, yeah. Lorcana was a lot more simple.
The lanes, like the separate arenas, the like leader sitting in the back, the decisions of resourcing any card, not just inkable cards.
Yeah.
Not this inkable crap. It's like, I want to resource anything in my deck, and I want to stress the hell out about it. I love that feeling. I love that decision feeling. And Lorcana, like, you look at your hand, you're like, ooh, I can't resource a couple of these, so they're out of the decision-making process. So one of these ones, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Lorcana was cool. I was having fun with Lorcana, but again, I hadn't played a collectible card game or a card game like LCG, whatever, any of those tournament card games in a while. Mm-hmm. And I was missing them since Keyforge. So Lorcana came and I was like, maybe I was just so hungry to play something like that again. But then they showed me this, and then I was like, all right, I'll wait for you. I'll wait. I'll pre-order a bunch of crap and we'll do it. So here I am. And I'm loving it so far. Loving it. It's a great game. Very good game. And again, they're player first, man. You want to go find packs, boxes, all that stuff, you can buy it. It's there. It's not sold out. Collectors aren't online selling, like scooping it up and selling it like scalper style. It's very nice. FFG printed so much of it that like stores just have so much. Like they're just giving away packs for prizing, like no problem. I love it. I love it. Players first. That's the way you make a game succeed. But yeah, anyways, did I rant enough for people to show up? Are we good? Is everyone here?
Hit that like button. Let us know you're here.
Kanek says, went too hard on Lorcana, so have to go casual for this. So,
okay.
Can you just sell your Lorcana stuff and then buy like 5 times the amount of this? Isn't that how that works? I don't know. I don't know if Lorcana is still like so expensive, or I don't know anything. I stopped following it after like the release when like nobody could buy cards and play at my local stores.
Yeah, it did kind of crush the spirits of like wanting to play, right?
Like I came home from Gen Con, I was excited. I'm like, I got all these cards, I'm showing family members, I'm playing with my daughter, I'm getting excited, we're gonna build decks, and then I look online and there's no store I can play the game at. Mm-hmm. Nobody has any of it.
Yeah.
And people were just buying it, and even the stores were selling it they were jacking it through the roof.
Yeah, because they could.
I don't want to support you. I don't want to go to your store if you're trying to, triple the cost and try to, Some stores I saw were saving Lorcana stuff for like limited events to play with players and not rip them off. It just made those ones that were like, I'm going to price it whatever and sell it off to whoever wants to buy it and then flip it. So that just rubbed me the wrong way. So I was like, I don't want to support that style of game. I don't want to support that publisher. I don't want to support those game stores right now until they show me that, I know some of them just need to do it because if everyone else is doing it, they don't want to lose money and whatever. But yeah, just bummed me out. And then now seeing this, I was like, yeah, see, there is a different way to do it. I like it. And I hope they succeed, honestly. Doesn't mean in 3 sets they don't destroy the game and put some messy cards in and not quick enough with restricted lists and rotation or something, and like the game just gets busted and nobody wants to play anymore. Totally possible. But for now, it's fun stuff. Very new player friendly. I like it. Which will show. T-Mitch says, keep ranting. Always fresh. Always fresh. Says, this will be my first ever TCG.
Nice.
Technically, this is my first one that I've ever... No. Keyforge was a collectible card game.
Is that what it's considered, really?
100%. You're buying blind things and hoping to get hits, and there was a secondary market. There was limited formats. There was tournaments. There's premier events, money on the line. All that stuff was there. Yeah, Keyforge was 100% a collectible card game. It tricked me to think it wasn't going to be.
Yeah, it's like strange in my brain to think of it that way.
Yeah, but just picture the boxes I have of decks upon decks upon decks that I just couldn't stop. But I think it's the same thing.
I think in my head, because you're not like going and selling like one specific card. Maybe you're selling like a whole deck.
That's what they were doing, yeah.
A whole card. I have to think about it that way, yeah.
Jeffrey has been a member for 14 months.
Thank you.
I just bought this last weekend with 4 booster packs and start dabbling back in as well.
Nice. Are you
just start dabbling back in as well. Nice.
That's awesome.
Are you liking it? Is it good, or am I just like being silly? Again,
when you have like blinders on or
I have post-COVID. I miss connecting with people playing at tournaments. My channel, I used to spend a lot of my time on my channel dedicated to tournament card gaming, streaming and commentating, and playing locally every week, going to the local board game cafe, buying a beer and jamming games. Like that was like my staple throughout the whole time. And then COVID hit, and the mix between going full time on this and COVID shortly after was just blew, and Keyforge viruses, whatever, malware, destroying that whole thing. All of it at once, just everything came to a grinding halt. So I don't trust myself now post COVID. It's like anything looks good right now.
That's why you bought Lorcana?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. It's like I'm playing that at Gen Con. It's giving me those feels of past times, but is it just because I forget what a great game is? I don't know. But then when I was playing Keyforge on stream doing the solo stuff, those adventures, I was like, oh my God, Keyforge is amazing. I miss it so much. And I know they're still coming out with sets. I know they have tournaments. It's just not everyone's getting together every week to play around here. So I need that base at least.
I do have to agree with you that going to the pre-releases for this game did bring back those going and playing Keyforge feels. Especially because it felt very similar, right? Where we were opening packs and building a deck.
Was like when we used to get handed those packs, here's 3 decks.
Yeah, and we would just have to look through it quick and then pick a deck and play with it. So it very much brought back that feel. I'm still unsure of which one is my favorite, but I have to play a little more and see.
And speaking of sealed and limited play and all that kind of stuff, which this game is built from the ground up for, if you love draft or sealed, if you know what that means, basically just getting cards that are out of your control through random generation, and you just on the fly have some time to put it together into a deck or draft the cards and then put it into a deck. This game is built from the ground up to do that. Not out of this product, but out of something like these pre-release things or just booster packs or booster boxes. We will be showcasing that tomorrow on stream. If you're looking for that stream, you're watching live right now or within a few hours, check the playlist down in the video description. You can set a reminder for that stream or subscribe, turn on notifications, whatever. But tomorrow live, noon Eastern, we are going to start by one at a time. We'll discuss at the beginning. My plan is to discuss what sealed is, basically what happens at pre-releases and in sealed events. But we're going to use pre-release kits. So we'll kind of show that experience, which will be relevant to the next set's pre-release in July and the next set's pre-release in October, November, whatever. And the next 5-ish years they have planned out for this game. So it'll still apply, like what a pre-release kit is, what you get in it, how sealed works. We'll explain all that. Then we'll have Mel crack her packs, sort her cards with you guys.
Without Rob.
Without me here. I'm going to leave for like an hour, whatever it takes. And she's going to build her deck live on stream with you guys. Then we kick her out. I come back on stream. I will build my deck live with you guys, discuss the process. You guys can totally influence what I'm playing. I know you'll try to screw me too because you'll just have been helping Mel and you'll try to make it so she has a good deck and you're trying to make my deck bad. I understand, but I'll try to fight you off. But some people will help. And then we'll have like a best of 3 with our decks after. So we're going to do that live. I don't know how long that's going to take. Never done that before. We're going to see. We're going to have some fun.
I think.
But should be a blast. So if you're looking forward to that, that's tomorrow. And that will be fun. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, we're really pumped for that one.
But I thought it was smart to show this first for those who are like maybe a little intimidated like I was to go to a store in a pre-release. I've never done that before. Played with cards I've never touched before. Like even Keyforge, we buy it, we play it at home, we learn it at home. I feel comfortable. I then stream it or I go to a store and play it. I'm the type I need to prepare. I don't want to walk into something and be like thrown off. I like to help people learn. I like to lead. But this, I went like dabbled a little. You guys saw me. I didn't know what I was doing playing online. Like I was just trying to be comfortable as I could going to the thing. And I felt I built myself up enough. I was teaching players. I was helping the organizers with the rules. We're looking up stuff. I just took charge and I wouldn't have been able to do that if I couldn't prepare a little bit online. But if you're like me and that's intimidating to you to go to a tournament or play a collectible card game or even trading cards. I was at the store and I was like explaining to the guys, like, I put a bunch of cards I have extra in a binder here, like I read online. Like, how does these trades work? I don't know how we do this. You help me out, guys. I'm okay if I get taken advantage of, but like I just have never done that before. And like, are we looking up values online? Like, what are we doing? I was so confused. I've never really played a game like this, but people are so friendly and so kind and so helpful. But so I'd like to return that favor. So I think this is a good product to buy, play with your kids or your significant other or friends or whatever at home. Just find one other player. You don't need to know deck building. There's a nice little rule book in here you'll see. I just think it's a good product to try before you go to the pre-release for set 2, or before you go to your weekly casual night, or before you go buy booster packs, or before whatever. I don't know. It's just a good prep product. I think it's good.
I also think, and don't you agree that it's a good product for those people that don't want to like dive deep into it, but still want to play the game and just enjoy the game?
And that's that. Thank you for bringing that back up. That's what I was talking about with the Flesh and Blood, not going into it and just playing starter decks.
Yeah.
To see if this is as solid of a product as some of those pre-built decks they make.
Yeah.
They're meant to be like a taste and not showing you everything the game has to offer.
Yeah.
This is similar, I think. It's not the most consistent deck. But they put a lot of cool one-ofs in here to give you a taste of like the characters you love from Star Wars and like how the game can be crazy and how you might want to buy some packs or some singles to add some of those cards to these decks. And you can fully upgrade these, swap some cards in, whatever, once you buy some other products. But they should stay alone. You can play a bunch of games with this product and totally get your value with it and just leave it at that as the game on your shelf.
Yeah.
And then never move on. That's totally, or just keep buying the next starter decks.
The next one.
Supposedly the next starter decks have been rumored to be like the Mandalorian and Moff Gideon from the popular TV series, basically.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, so in like a few months, those are going to be the next starter decks. So can I play Luke versus like Moff Gideon?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And is it balanced? That's what I was doing in Flesh and Blood. I was buying like every hero that came out. I bought the starter deck or a custom made one. And they were all balanced. We could play anyone against each other. It was so fun. I'm assuming these can be done with the same thing, but we won't know until this game expands a few more sets. But let's just take a look at this product, I guess, here.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to say, just before you do that, I just want to shout out Max. So Max says, first time catching you live since I started watching your channel. I discovered your Too Many Bones series and just wanted to say you've quickly become one of my favorite content creators. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks, Max. Welcome.
No, Max, thanks you for being awesome.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thanks for putting up with me, and I appreciate the kind words. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead. You can do what you're doing.
I don't know what I was doing, but yeah.
Sorry.
So I didn't kind of explain what the game was, but you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you probably know. Star Wars Unlimited, that's the game. I usually start by saying this is the game we're going to be playing today when we're playing board games and other card games and stuff. But yeah, so this is the starter set. And it comes with the 2 pre-built decks. We looked at this a bit on one of the streams. But there's your 2 decks. They're all along the side. We can look at them closer. Maybe I can do this. It's kind of out of focus though. But yeah, we can look at the cards that are inside. But it comes with 110 cards, 40 counters, quick start rules, 2 playmats / posters, folded deck boxes. We'll open it up. It talks about you can expand the decks with tokens. If you want to sleeve it with Gamegenic, buy those sleeves, whatever. So yeah, that's what it is. When we're gonna crack it open here and take a look. I don't remember how I opened this. Oh, and it's 2 decks ready to play. Mom, check this out. 2 decks ready to play. All right. So here are the mats / posters. Okay. So it comes with like a Darth Vader poster, but it's really a playmat until you get something better, or this may be good enough for you. But it actually lays out all the zones. So we have like a ground unit, space units, your base, your leader, resources. There's an official how to play video. Should be linked down in the video description if you're watching this later, or even now and you just want to go watch that and find out all the rules. There's also a quick start rule PDF online, which is the exact same as the quick start rules that come in here. A beautiful little book that teaches everything. It's the same book that comes in the pre-release. But they'll teach you everything you know to play, and you'll feel confident. But there is a more comprehensive rules if you want to look up like weird interactions and things. Well, I mentioned that. I will right now, actually, I'm going to help a whole bunch of you out right now. Something I recently learned about that you're able to look up at your tournaments, at your weekly game night. I'm going to blow a few of your minds. It's going to make you look so cool around all the people at the tournament scene. Okay, I'll show you. You're going to win friends. Watch this. If I go to StarWarsUnlimited.com, whether it's tablet, phone, laptop, computer, whatever you're doing, at the store, obviously be on your phone probably. But if you go to this card database, which we were messing around with on one stream before, and I look up a card and I'm like, Iden Versio, I'm playing her in a draft tournament and I've never really played her before. And I drafted a card called Super Laser Blast, which wipes the whole board, let's say. She has an ability. If I can see her other side. How do I do that? Nope. Nope. How do I flip to the back? Oh, down here. Okay. So on this little card database, you can bring this up, works on a phone. So for example, she has an ability. When an enemy unit is defeated, heal 1 damage from your base. Okay. Super Laser Blast is a card you play out of blue that's like defeats all units. Your side, their side, including your leader. Does that mean when all those enemy units are defeated, do I heal 1 point of damage from all of them? Or because she's also defeated at the same time, do I get to heal that? That's the question I had. I looked it up on here.
I would say no, right?
You're incorrect.
Oh, that was my guess, yeah.
So this is the designers at Fantasy Flight Games. This is not us looking on a custom-made fan website like we used to for like Arkham Horror, LCG and stuff. This is actually on Fantasy Flight Games' own website for the official game where questions are coming in, they're finding questions online, and they're actually putting clarifications per card in the official database from the designers.
That's good.
That's showing you how much more matured FFG is, like learning from their past like failures and mistakes, right?
Yeah.
I love it. So if you're ever sitting at a store and you have a weird interaction and you're playing a casual draft game or a pickup game, or a little boy's, is playing sealed with you and he doesn't know how 2 cards work together and you're not sure if you have the right decision, you can look it up online.
That's cool though.
But yeah. So yeah, use this. If you're learning the game at home, if you're playing with these starter decks and some weird thing comes up, we might even have to do this on stream. But I just wanted to show that as like a great resource. Because beyond the rule book, right? These are questions that come up that aren't in the rule book.
Right,
like individual card interactions, which is really cool.
Edward says there's a tear along the bottom of that box.
I tried that before, but it looks like it was. But the side actually opens easier. I thought that too, and I was like trying to jam it, but like it was just compressing when I tried to open my other one, I remember. Yeah, I don't understand what. I think that's not a tear. I think it's just wear inside. No, it probably is a tear. I thought it was just where they might have joined cardboard
Oh.
inside, you know, and it's like underneath. But no, I don't know. Not a big deal. Happens once. You just got to get in there. Who cares? We did it. Thank you for the help, though. I have a poll going live in the chat that I see people mentioning. Which side of the Force do you align with, light or dark? Feel free to vote, and we'll check it out before we get started playing, just for fun. Just for fun, because we'll have to do some other polls at that point, I think. Okay. So this mat on the back of the poster actually has like setup instructions, round structure, and the references for the keywords and stuff.
I mean, that's decent.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I just hate playing on paper mats. I remember them from Pokemon, playing with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another CCG I technically bought cards for playing with my daughter when she was younger. Damn it. Okay, this is not even...
see all the lines in them, like all the folds.
Yeah, but it's like a cheap... They're just
Yeah.
copying this from other games, you know, that have done it in the past, thinking like, well, people like it. Let's just do what they're doing.
But if you have nothing, it works.
Yeah. Definitely for learning, it's great.
Yeah. What are you going to do with these posters? You're gonna
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, so the same thing on the other side. So you can use these against each other. We have obviously upgraded, and I pre-ordered this many months ago, the 2-player. This is the mat we played on at Gen Con. I was like, yeah, me want. I just know from Flesh and Blood, Game of Thrones, all these other ones. Just having like the tutorial mats and stuff with like the zones is great for video and teaching and keeping things clean. I like it.
This is backwards for the way I normally play, so watch me. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
I like to switch it up, but again, it's first player decides which side, and technically this says ground.
Yeah.
But if you're the first one to put a unit down,
No,
we don't have to follow that. I don't care.
It says it there, so I shouldn't be confused. But
yeah,
I normally just out of habit put ground units on this side.
But like the rules are whoever plays the unit first, that for the rest of the game is decided that is which side.
Yeah.
Normally it doesn't. It's not as clear, but for teaching this is great. But on like other mats and stuff, like the mat I play with at my local store,
oh, it just says unit.
It just says unit.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Because again, you're playing against someone else's different mat. You can't tell them mine says space. You have to do what mine says.
Yeah.
It's like no. First player to play, whoever wins initiative slaps a unit down. Whoever's the first one to slap a unit down, that's where it goes.
Yep.
But yeah, I love this mat. All right. Okay. So let's get back to cracking this open. So it comes with the quick start rules, which is super helpful. Comes with tokens.
Can we punch them?
Sure. Yeah, you can start punching those. Oh, there's another sheet. So there's enough for 2 people. These are the same tokens that were in the pre-release kits. Wait a second. What is this? The sound. Sounds like it's
so thin.
Sounds like it's the trashiest, thinnest paper tokens I've ever. I'm gonna cut myself on these things.
Yeah.
No, stop.
Okay. Sorry.
Thanks to my local game store being a week late on this, by the way, which I heard was Asmodee's fault, not getting things through Canada Customs properly. But this box literally arrived 2 hours ago, and when I opened it and saw the packaging, I didn't think it was what I ordered. But I thought it'd be funny to show you on stream what I experienced a couple hours ago.
Oh my god, you guys tuned into a live unboxing.
Whoa, live surprise. Look at this. Okay, this is so much paper packaging for 2 little bags of hard acrylic plastic tokens. I guess they're super fragile, so my game store made sure they're extra packaged.
You want to put this garbage in there too then?
Look, they packaged it like FFG packs their game expansions. Look at all that air. Oh, yeah.
I can smell that paper.
Screw those tokens. We're going to use these, the premium tokens. So, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Here, you can throw that in that.
I didn't think it was it. When I saw it on the porch, I'm like, that's not my tokens, is it? No way. No way. Okay. So, here you go. You can
Thank you.
put it in there. And yeah, we'll play with these. So, these do not come in the box.
These? Oh.
These do not come in here, obviously. But these are the official tokens, which I love. So you got damage ones. We're not here to really show these off. You'll see them in use on stream. That was just a quick, funny little gag there. So I'll throw all the damage in the middle one here. Whoops. Thank you. Little experience token. Shield tokens. Strength modifiers and HP modifier tokens. We got a reminder tokens. our epic action tokens, our initiative token. Yay! Sweet. Okay, so those tokens are there. So yeah, but they come with paper ones. They do work. People are using them at the pre-releases and stuff. They're fine. This also comes with 2 deck boxes, which you can quickly just boom and boom, and it does fit these decks fully sleeved. Fully sleeved decks. And through the magic of television editing, boom, here's a deck already in the box, ready to go, fully sleeved, which we'll be playing with. So we're
doing something where you like switch scenes.
Yeah, no. So these are the decks. They're already pre-built. They come in little paper wrapping. We're not going to open these because, again, I already have them ready and sleeved. We've been playing with it off stream with my daughter and teaching it and stuff. So, but just letting you know, they come in there already ready to go. You don't need to sleeve them if you don't want to. That's your call. But so there's yours. So yeah, I just want to show you the deck boxes. They do fit sleeved, so if you want to sleeve them, that's great. And that is all. Okay, that's it. That's in there.
That's it. That's all.
That's it.
So like this, so that.
But I did want to show. I was showing this on the other stream when we were, I don't know which one, unboxing packs or what, but so they give you all the cards. None of them are special treatment or anything. I'll show you that you can get them in special treatments and stuff if you go to a store that supports the organized play and gets the free little kits for ordering enough product and stuff. But I was looking for the location or the base. There it is. So on the base you get, which is really cool, if you ever decide to dismantle this or drop it on the floor or whatever, on the back of the base for each pre-built deck, is the checklist showing you, I'll do that over here, showing you how many of each card are in there if you want to rebuild it, which ones are special, aka with an S beside them, so they're only in starter decks or special OP prize kits and stuff, the commons, uncommons, the rares. It shows you all what's in there. So if
cool.
if you want to just know where to start or put it back together, or
if you make some tweaks and then you want to reset it.
Yeah, very very clever.
That's clever.
Very clever. So this is, both the decks have that. But yeah, that's the thing. So let's check with the chat and the poll and stuff here. Mel kick Rob's ass. It says Irwin.
Done. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, what?
I'll do my best.
Okay. Johnny Boy says, hey, yo, what are you two voting? Dark or light? Dark for me, definitely.
Light for me.
I can't vote on the poll. It doesn't let me vote on my own polls. But I would pick dark.
If that helps sway your decision in any way.
Ball Guy Games says, the thing I appreciate about this launch is products available right now for MSRP and below, unlike recent offerings.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. It's like, it's a player-first approach, I feel.
Yeah.
Like I was able to go play draft in my local store a week after launch. And that didn't happen with like Lorcana, for example. It wasn't a thing, really. My wife received disposable razors from Amazon packaged just like that. Yeah. So much extra packaging. Asteroids. Yeah, these are the GameGenic sleeves that I used on here from one of my local stores. I bought the starter deck we just opened and 2 packs of sleeves. I bought the Darth Vader sleeves and the Luke Skywalker sleeves, just to kind of sleeve this as like, I'm not going to dismantle it. I'm going to keep one starter deck. These other starter deck cards, I'm going to actually like break these apart, put them in my collection, because there are some rares in here that I don't have 3 copies of that I'm going to use from here, like Palpatine, that I want to use in decks. Plus there's starter deck exclusive cards. Like I'm sure Leia comes into play, exhaust unit and stuff, or ready as a resource. You're going to want to play that in like a Leia deck or a Luke deck.
That's only in this deck?
That only comes in here.
Oh.
And the cool part is, not like old FFG, all of the cards that are exclusive to this, which I forgot to show, I love that they did this. You don't need to buy multiple core sets like you do with all their other products usually. to get the cards you need. So see this S besides C-3PO? He is not in booster packs. You can't get him in the regular set. You won't see him in draft. You won't see him in sealed. He is only in this product or as an organized play prize that you can find in other little organized play booster kits, prize packs or whatever. But they give you 3 of them, which is a play set. So if you buy the starter set, now you have 3 that you can build a deck because you can have 3 characters or 3 cards, 3 copies of a card in a deck, like Leia Organa here. You won't find Leia in the normal set. You'll find her leader card, but you won't find her unit card. Her unit card is only in the starter deck, but you just have to buy 1 starter deck to get a full play set for 1 player to include it in your decks that you're building for casual play, tournaments, and whatever, which I like. And what else they got in here? R2-D2, Luke's lightsaber. All this stuff is exclusive to this product. You won't see it when you're playing draft or whatever at your local game store, which is neat.
Yeah, and there's comments that Keyforge did that as well, with the deck list on the back of the...
Yes, yeah.
What, I don't remember what that card was called.
Well, even though you could, the QR code, you could just boom, and it was all like ready online and stuff.
But I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the little...
I gotta forget what card that was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't remember what it's called.
But I remember you could open it, like, and you didn't even like have to crack the seal. You could see the deck once you pull it out of the package, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Erwin. Yeah, the Keyforge deck thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I like it because you can modify these decks, and then you could then put it back.
Yep. And that's
I'm sure that's online too, the deck list.
But, yeah, of course, of course.
Like it.
Yeah, it's just clean though. It's like nice.
Yeah.
So Michael R is asking, what's the best investment for a 3-player group? Does light side confront light side? Yeah, you can play any hero, any leader, against any leader.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if they're heroism or villain, or villainy or whatever. So I could play Darth Vader against Darth Vader. I could play Darth Vader against... Yep, I can play Darth Vader against Boba Fett. I can play Grand Moff Tarkin against Admiral Thrawn or whatever. All villain. Mm-hmm. Play it all.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. I can play Luke versus Leia, whatever. Some family infighting, whatever you want to do. You could play. There's even multiplayer formats, the Twin Suns format, where you pick 2 leaders to build your deck around. So you could have Han and Chewie being driven by 1 player, and like Luke and Leia being driven by another player, and like Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader driven by a 3rd player, all playing multiplayer together, which is kind of fun.
In the Twin Suns, though, can you mix a light and a dark?
No.
No, okay.
No. In that one, you're not allowed to have that kind of partnership, but...
That's kind of cool.
Which is cool. But the best investment for a 3-player group, Michael, if they're all willing to chip in, just buy like a booster box from your local game store. You watch tomorrow's stream, Michael. You'll see exactly what I'm going to explain here. But my quick answer, just from my experience playing pre-release, playing draft, playing with starter decks, playing many other card games, I would recommend the most fun I had with this approach was kind of like what they're doing with the pre-release. You could buy a booster box for like 90-ish, 100-ish dollars US. It gets you 24 packs of cards. You basically divide that box up. You just need 6 packs each to play a little game of sealed fun. Mm-hmm. Leave an afternoon, I'll open. Have 3 of you come over, go to the same game store, come over to your house, whatever. And divvy up the box, but they pick 6 packs. You have 6 packs, the other guy has 6 packs, whatever. Crack them open, build your decks out of those 6 packs, and then just have a little Swiss round robin, whatever. Just playing each other with those decks and tweaking them in between matches and stuff. Just to kind of learn the game, experience the game, see some cool cards. And that's what we're going to do tomorrow on stream. We're going to show you that you literally can go to your store, buy 6 booster packs per person, and you can play sealed. Even at a low play, like we're going to do it 2-player, and it works. Mm-hmm. Where draft, you might want to have more players for a draft to make it more interesting. For sealed, you can literally do it with just 2 people. And you don't need to, I would recommend like try the starter decks for 2 people, but for 3, you could just do that. Obviously, 1 person be sitting out and watching the game while 2 people are playing. But you might even be able to get enough cards from a box, maybe to do some janky like Twin Suns kind of thing. Because you'll get like, a lot of leaders and a lot of bases.
Yeah.
I just don't know 100%. I haven't looked at like you need 50 cards, all singletons, and if you get lots of dupes and stuff, and
well, I guess I would be able to split between all three.
But yeah, I think it'd be cool. But yeah, that's the way I would just try it out. You're only in $100 and split 3 ways. That's like for an afternoon of gaming, like, and it starts your collections if you like it. You'll have a bunch of cards you can use going forward, and it'd be cool. All right. Yeah, that's the thing, Minion. Yeah, the singleton format in the multiplayer format, all the decks right now have to be a minimum of 50 cards. In sealed, you just do minimum 30, same in draft. But in Twin Suns, the multiplayer format, it's minimum 50. After a couple sets, you're going to make it minimum 80. So again, you can only have one of each card in the deck. So 50 unique cards, and they all have to fit the colors of your 2 leaders and your base. Unless you want to pay extra for out of faction stuff. But yeah. So it might work. I just don't know with like, I can't. That's too much numbers and stuff for my head to think of, like from 24 packs. In every pack, there's supposedly a card representing every color. So in draft, it makes it so that people will have enough cards to build decks. I just don't know for 3 people divvying up 24 packs, having all the cards, enough leaders, bases, all the leaders and bases should be fine. But again, you can't pair dark leaders with light leaders, that kind of thing, and it should be okay. But what if you don't see enough? Like, actually, I'm gonna say it probably works, because when we got all our pre-release kits after that weekend, we played in like 4 or 5 whatever pre-releases. Upstairs on the table, remember I sorted all the cards out by like all the like yellow cards in one pile, yellow hero, yellow villain, all that. The stacks for the neutral, like every stack was like even. So it was like 40 something packs of cards, and there were like almost the exact amount of white cards versus like dark cards, neutral yellow versus like neutral green.
Okay.
Like there was enough.
Was there variety though in the light versus dark side? Like, did some have more than others, or it seemed pretty?
It just looked like the card counts were very even.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're gonna divvy that amongst people, that means you could give like, here, let's split up the yellow. You get half the yellow, I get half the yellow. You know, you can have half the green. Let's give this guy all the red and all the blue, whatever. Yeah. Some kind of mix. And then here, you're playing light, you take all the light cards. You're playing villain, you take all the villain cards. The neutral cards, just divvy those up. You should be able to make some janky Twin Sun stuff work, just to try it out. I don't know, but I'm not sure. I've never done it, so.
And I mean, on your own table, if you had to throw in an extra duplicate, like I know that's not how the rules for building it is, but I'm sure it is fine.
Yeah, somebody will watch this video and drop comments down below in the future, I guarantee, being like, hey, I did this exact thing. I bought a booster box, 3 of us, 4 of us at a table. We cracked it open, we split up the cards, and we were able to play Twin Suns that night, or not, you know?
Well, I think Balga Games also says for 3, we had 2 player, for 3, we had 2 players, 2 of us played while the third reviewed the rules, helped the play along, and then played the loser of each match, which you can do because the games are really quick.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, these are pretty quick games. Obviously, we'll drag them out because we're going to be explaining and chatting with you guys, having fun. We're not rushing at all here, obviously. But all right. So let's close the poll.
Michael, never be sorry.
Yeah, don't be sorry, Michael.
And I'm sure you'll get some great comments in the.
I'm here.
Hopefully.
I'm not making the stream just because I want to play these starter decks. I've played them a ton. Maybe not a ton, but between the demo deck, the starter deck, playing drafts, seals, whatever. I just haven't put my own decks together yet. That's the next step, which tomorrow after stream, I'm going to, once we open those, I already have some decks in mind, and even the next day, there's a chance for me to go to a local game store to play in their weekly little casual tournament where you bring your own deck. So I kind of have some ideas. Maybe I'll do a poll at the end of tomorrow's stream, if I remember, on which leader I should bring to that event if I go. Because I can't decide. But I'll just make it with whatever jank I own. Whatever I've opened, I'm gonna make it, and we'll try to just make it work, and we'll see. But yeah, all right. So
you were closing this poll, right?
Yeah, I closed the poll. So unfortunately, my audience isn't. I don't connect with them as much as I thought I did. Supposedly 58% align more with the light side.
Yes, I mean, that sounds about right to me, right?
Like, all I'm here to do is influence all of you to come to my side. Come to my side. Join the dark side. Feel the hate flow through you. But yeah, that's cool. Damn it. All right.
Okay.
So, the next poll I'm going to put in the chat. The next poll is how we'll figure out who's going to play what deck. Which deck should
I love this.
Mel
Unsolicited.
play with? Luke or Vader? Which deck do you want to see Mel drive, at least in the first game we're going to play here? I don't know how we're going to do it. Best of 3.
I don't know. Whatever you want.
Like, something, I don't know.
I love this unsolicited love for me.
Jar Jar forever. Get the hell out of here, Michael. You're banned. I'm banning you. We do not speak of Jar Jar. Jar Jar ruined those movies for me.
Yeah, do you like a best of 3, or what are you thinking?
I was thinking we just...
Or
I was going to make it, like, when I was originally thinking of the stream, I was like, I'll just grab a deck, you grab a deck, and we just do best of 3 to see, like, who can beat who just for fun. Like,
yeah.
But then we could play where it's like, okay, whichever deck the chat picks for you to start with, if you win, or maybe the loser gets to like pick which deck they want to play for the second game or something. We could do
so
something.
we play 3 games.
But I think we just play with the same deck and the same driver sticks with it, just to see how different each game is. Because like you and I will play like 1 game, maybe 2 games, then we walk away.
Right.
And you'll see different cards and you'll have to make different decisions. But like I want to see just in 3 games, like, do these 50 card starter decks, like, do they change up? Is it literally the same formula to win every time? Or like, are they, I know this is a small sample size, we won't see it if they're balanced, but from everything I'm reading online, there's people saying, this one's so broken, my dad beats me all the time. My dad beats me all the time. My dad wins at this game all the time. And then there'll be other people going, oh, my friend and I played and like Vader won every single game, this deck's broken. And in a separate post. And that's how you know they're balanced. When people are complaining saying one's OP and then there's the same amount of posts complaining the other one's OP. So that's kind of funny.
Michael, I love your comment. It says, gets a 1-year die, gets banned the next day.
Yep.
Gotta be careful. That die doesn't make you immune.
Yeah. You can't come in here saying Jar Jar's the best and think I'm not going to ban you.
The other thing we could do, here's the other thought. So if we want to do like best of 3, it could not go to 3 games, right? It could go 2 games.
True.
If it goes 2 games, then we flip deck. So we play 3 games no matter what.
Okay.
Does that work?
All right. I'm going to close the poll.
I don't know.
So thank you for voting on which deck Mel should play in the chat. I'm going to close the poll.
Let's see.
59%, which is pretty much the same that we're like on the light side, have chosen you to play the Luke deck.
Okay.
I feel something
in the something happening here?
I feel something in the force.
All right.
Okay.
Which is stronger?
So, we can talk about cards and things.
Yeah.
But I'll give you the quick overview of what is happening.
Does it go like that or something, right?
Again, there's a how to play video officially from the publisher down in the video description. But high level, you choose a leader, you choose a base, you build your deck mainly around the 3 colors or 2 colors or whatever, because I could play Vader, who's red and black, with a red base if I wanted. Obviously, these pre-built decks already take that all into account. So I'm only going to see red, black, green things that aren't going to cost me extra for playing out of faction, quote unquote, kind of stuff. So you don't have to worry about that yet. And all that stuff is explained in the quick start rules, how that works, how you pay for expensive cards, how to build decks, all that stuff's in there. But you pick a leader. Your leader's kind of sitting back as kind of like a general commanding his army. But eventually, at some point in the game, different for every leader on a future turn. For example, Vader wants to come out when I control 7 or more resources. I don't have to pay for him to come out. I just need to have built up that at that point in the game. And I can then flip him over. And he's now in play. And he's a unit that I basically got for free. And hopefully he survives and can smash some things around, destroy some spaceships, kill some Wookiees, and it's all a happy day. That's the plan. But Luke here, he's chilling in the background. He's vigilance and heroism hero. He comes out when you control 6 resources. There's a chance he could come out before Vader, but not always, because the player chooses when they come out. Mel could wait a couple extra rounds if she wanted. she might want to keep Luke in the leader form to pay a resource and do this action and give out shield tokens to protect other heroism units. Because when it flips, it actually gets a different ability, and now it's a unit. And when it gets defeated, it goes back exhausted. And this epic action can only be done once per game. But in future rounds, when he readies up, you can start doing this action again. So the leader's always in play. They're always there. They're influencing your deck building. They're also influencing your decisions on the battlefield. And eventually they will be on the battlefield, hopefully, if you haven't lost by then. And they'll be fighting alongside your other units that they were commanding, which is kind of cool. So this is Luke Skywalker, faithful friend. There are other Luke Skywalkers in the first set even that have different subtitles. And you can have them out at the same time, even though they're unique. You just can't have a card with the same unique title and subtitle together in play at the same time on the same side of the board. But again, I could have this Luke versus Mel could be playing this Luke. I could also be playing this Luke. Totally fine. But if somehow I had unit Luke in my deck and Mel had unit Luke in play, and I had a card that brought her unit Luke to my side, and they're the same unit, same name and subtitle, I would then have to choose to defeat one of them, because on my side of the board, I can only have one of the same unique unit, title and subtitle, in play at a time. Lots of cool things like that.
That's a sneaky way that you could get rid of the other person's unit.
Oh yeah. Never done it before. I promise I won't do it with the deck I build. Take to my tournament on Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah. So your leader sits in the back. You're controlling a base. The base is the way to win. You have to defend your base, kind of, by being offensive and killing the opponent's units. Units do damage to bases. Units do damage to units. So we're going to have ground units fighting ground units, space units fighting space units. The bases have a health value, and these are the common bases in the game. They're all 30, but there are rare bases you can open in booster packs that are like 25 health and have an ability on them, which is kind of cool. So I'm sure they'll do crazy stuff with the bases in the future, having like higher health and lower health and 27 health and 20 health, giving like broken abilities on them and stuff, which will be neat. They can go crazy with it. Remember, this is the first set and they're trying to be super approachable. So basically, if this base has 30 or more damage on it, instantly Mel will lose. If this base, my command center, has 30 or more damage on it, as soon as that last damage is placed, instantly I lose, game is over, okay? So we're just battling each other and deciding when to have your units damage other units or when to have your units damage the base. And that's what we're doing. And we're fighting in the space, we're fighting in the ground, like I said, and we're playing resources as we go, and we're playing 3 different types of cards: units, events, and upgrades, which in like every game has basically like something you play out of hand that does an action, goes right to the discard pile, that's events. Something you attach to other cards, that's an upgrade. And the units are like the main focus of the game that are all fighting, have health and attack and battle each other, and you'll see that as we go here. That's it.
Do you have a preference of these decks? Like, do you like one more than the other? You don't have to say which.
Theme, everyone knows who's watching me, like board games, all that stuff. Theme drives me a lot in games.
Yeah.
I love games that are thematic. I love games where mechanics are tied to a theme.
Yeah.
And I love how I can know the source material and understand, like, and feel like I'm, like when you're a little kid and you're watching G.I. Joe on TV and you're like, man, I want to play with that G.I. Joe guy with the little tank. And you get it and you're playing with it. This is just my cardboard version of toys. So now I get to play as Darth Vader, one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. And so I just prefer to play it.
Right.
Even if it sucked, even if it, you know, but they made it feel so like the villainy stuff. I like the villainy stuff in the game. So they did a good job. So I just prefer to play. I like the villainy side, the dark side of Star Wars. So I would just prefer to play this. Yeah. But then you see Luke when he's like, knows what he's doing, running around with a green lightsaber. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of badass too. Unfortunately, this is not that version of Luke, so I don't want to touch it. But the unit Luke that's in the game, he is that.
Oh, he's the green lightsaber.
He is like the advanced Luke, I think.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure they'll have many other versions of Luke in the future, you know, which is kind of cool. Hey, Alex.
Hey.
Okay. Hey, Wookiee Mart, how's it going? Wild the Wookiee hate. Okay, so yeah. let's find out first who is going first. Did I bring a die? I did not. Oh, yeah, I did.
Thank you.
Whoever rolls highest goes, gets the initiative and gets to go first.
3.
11.
You can use yours or you want mine?
Whatever. So I have initiative. That's going to be here, designated by this counter. You can cut my deck. So whoever has initiative goes first on the round. We're going to draw 6 cards. And the mulligan in the game is just shuffle it all back if you don't like it and draw 6 new cards and keep it. That's the mulligan in the game. And they recommend mulligan if you're not holding at least some kind of unit you can play on the first turn. And I will keep.
I think I will keep as well. Oh, no, I should mulligan.
There is Ball Guy Games. There is a card in the set called Don't Get Cocky. I think it's called that.
I get scared. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Sorry, guys.
I get scared with my mulligan because I did at the pre-release one time have a situation where I mulligan because I'm like, oh, I like these cards a little bit later. I had to play, but I like the cards later and I really wanted to keep them. And then I mulliganed into a hand where I couldn't play anything for 2 full rounds.
But that's a sealed built deck out of
Even
packs
so,
and random
yeah.
crap, right?
So I still have that scared.
These should be built properly so new players won't have that bad feeling as much.
Cards I like, but I'm going to mulligan. I probably shouldn't have, but we'll see. You want to cut it again, or are you good?
Yeah.
Oh, well, 6 cards are gonna be good. You just put on top.
Natboy AF says, went to 2 casual constructed events this week. Game is a blast, and decision making gets more complex as you play more. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
I agree with you. Oh yeah, another thing the starter decks come with that I already have from previous, I forgot to mention, thanks WookieMart for mentioning about shield and experience tokens. In these decks, they're probably in here, but I didn't open them, but they give each player, or I guess you can just share them, I like these better than just on the back of bases, but I understand why they did that to make it good for seal and draft in the booster packs, but in the starter deck, you get an experience token, which is just an upgrade that attaches and gives +1 attack, +1 HP. And on the back is a shield token that prevents the next source of damage and gets, broken away, basically. But we have them in the Game Genic thing, so we're going to use tokens from here. But they do count as upgrades for anything removing upgrades. Just keep that in mind. But I just have these set off to the side. We might probably not use them, but... Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
You're still resourcing?
Yeah, I'm in a pickle here.
So at the start, you get your 6th hand. You must choose 2 cards to resource, which I like a lot. It already gets you basically started on kind of like a turn 2 of the game, which I mentioned before on a previous stream. So right from the beginning, we can play cards that cost 1, or cards that cost 2, or 2 cards that cost 1. It's not that slow of a start like some other card games are, which I like. And we're also drawing 2 cards a turn, even though we should be resourcing them for a few rounds. But eventually, late game, you'll get to draw and probably not resource, so you get lots of options. You don't like run out of steam, which is kind of nice. Usually, depends on the deck though, but or the play style. But yeah, so I'm first.
Yep.
I will spend 1, and I will play a Death Star Stormtrooper who has 3 attack, 1 HP. As he only cost me 1 because on my leader I have the red aggression aspect symbol. I also have the black villainy symbol. But if I was missing one of these symbols, I could still put this card in a deck. I would just have to pay 2 extra costs for any missing symbols that I didn't have covered on my leader or base, which is so cool in this game. You can put any card that exists in the game in the deck. Maybe in future sets it'll stay on cards like can't be put in certain decks. Like they'll put some restrictions on that, I'm sure, maybe. But for now, That's the built-in rules of the game, so you can get nutty with it, which is kind of cool. So yeah, and it also shows that he's a unit. Also shows he goes in the ground right at the top. Very easy to see. Got some keywords, Imperial and Trooper. Has no abilities though. But yeah. And he's exhausted.
Alrighty. I will spend 2. And I will put a space unit out. This space unit has 2 health, 2 attack, 3 health, and has restore 1. When this unit attacks, heal 1 damage from your base.
That was a little clear. So another way, Wookie Mart, I appreciate the kind words. I also, now you're reminding me too, I like playing this way, and I like watching games like across from each other like this. But I also was like, when I was setting up the stream and some other card games, I like playing like a little more zoomed in. So I kind of quickly did this before we went live, put a way that you can kind of see. You just can't really see like all our resources as easy. But it's a little more zoomed in, but we can do that when we're talking about stuff. But we can decide like maybe tomorrow's stream we play this way where Mel's at the top, I'm at the bottom. I don't know. That might help some people a little more when they can see. But you can't read the cards anyway. So we'll just try to explain them as we play, but I just wanted to show that there. But yeah. This way just lines up more with what side we're sitting on, but yeah, if you need to see something close up, let me know. Okay. So my action.
Yep.
I'll do Vader's ability because I played a card with the villainy symbol. I'll exhaust him, spend a resource to deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to your base. And I'll pass to you. So the game goes back and forth. Action, 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 action.
I'll take initiative as mine.
So Mel takes initiative. It's her action. That means she's passed for the rest of the round. Or the rest of the phase. 2 phases. Action phase, regroup phase. That's it. Okay? So we just showed you an action phase where we literally just, with initiative, I took the first action. So my player across from me is not falling asleep like in some card games I played where like literally the other player's like comboing off, drawing cards, shuffling their deck, pulling stuff out of their discard pile, playing it, drawing this, cycling this, doing this, combo, I win.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like,
I didn't even get to play.
Wake me up when you're done, you know?
Yeah.
So this game is designed to go action, action, back and forth, back and forth. So like I play a unit. Mel could then react and play something as her action to destroy that unit. And then I attack her base and then she plays a card. Then it's right back to me to react to that. And like, it just goes back and forth. It's so sweet. So both players are very engaged, which I like a lot. But you can also pass on your turn. And then the other person can take another action. You can pass again. They take another action. But once 2 players have passed back to back, it ends the phase. So, or take the initiative token, which is considered a pass for the rest of the phase. And then we go to a regroup phase where it goes in these 3 steps. Okay. First, draw 2 cards. So I obviously passed. I passed. I have nothing else to do. So you draw 2 cards. Okay. This is the beauty of the game. Already, this game is better than 99% of other games. I'm drawing 2 cards, not 1. So already I have decisions to make. I'm not going to run out of cards. Now, second step, I have the option. I can now resource a card. So the game will progress. I don't need to look at my hand and go, oh crap, I didn't draw that location. That's going to help me play this other card or this mana or whatever the heck all these other games resource styles. This is just one of those ones where the cards are dual use. They could become a resource or they become a unit or whatever they are and be played. So lots of decisions. And it's not just the 2 cards I drew, I can resource one. It's even cards before that I kept. I can resource one of those if I feel like they're not relevant anymore. And this right here is one of the most fun things in gaming. This tough decision of once I put it as a resource, it's going to stay as a resource the rest of the game. Yes, there is a card Lando Calrissian already in set 1 that's broken that rule and can get cards back later in the game, which blows my mind. I love that they did that already, but I don't know if they should have because it's kind of like crazy, but it's not in the starter decks, thankfully. But so this decision of resourcing a card, and they recommend in the rules, you should keep resourcing until at least you can get your leader out. Then after that, just as a rule of thumb, then you can decide to stop resourcing, and then you're just drawing 2 cards a turn. And you have all these resources, and then late in the game, it could be like this big slugfest and lots of crazy stuff happening, which I like. I like that build up. So I'm going to decide to resource something.
Same.
And it's going to be... I want to keep one just because it's funny and show it on stream, but I'm sure we'll get see it tonight get played at some point. So I'll resource that one. You ready all your cards up? So optional resource step, then ready everything up. And that's the regroup phase. Done. Clean, fun, done. Now we go to the next round, action phase. Player with the initiative token takes the first action, where you can play a card, attack, do an action ability, pass, or take initiative. I think that's all the actions. Only had those paper mats to tell me if that was the actions or not.
You good?
Yeah,
You good?
go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to play an event which says exhaust an enemy unit. I'll choose this one.
What the?
Give a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less. So I'll give a shield token to my friend here.
Mel just played our first event of the day called Asteroid Sanctuary, which says it's an event. Costs 2 to play it. It's a trick traded event. There's the text, exhaust enemy unit, give a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less. And that's out of the cunning aspect, color pie faction kind of thing. Yeah, okay. Wookiee's answering the questions. I was waiting until Mel was done, but Alex says, is there a limit to the amount of resources you can have out? And no. You could keep resourcing. If the game goes to round 16, you can keep slamming a resource down every regroup phase if you wanted to and never stop. Is that recommended? No, probably not, but I don't know.
I guess if you have big cards that you want to get out later and you want to get 2 of them out at the same time.
Yeah, it might be. You might have a way to stall the game long enough and you're waiting to drop on the same turn 2 10-cost ships and get to round 20. That might be a thing, or I guess round 19 because you start with 2 already in play.
The other thing I like too about this is you can stop resourcing after you get your leader out. And then if later on you need to resource again because now you have like 2 big cards, you can resource that turn. Yeah. So it's like you're not stopping for the rest of the game.
You're not like, I don't want to resource, and that's it. I can't do it for this. Yeah, you could choose. And I'm sure there'll be decks in the future where they'll like start with 2 resources and then like skip resourcing on the 3rd because they'll have a way to do resourcing otherwise. Yeah. Which I'll show you some in a second.
Oh, you got that card?
Yeah.
Is that the funny one you were talking about?
No. Oh. I put that here.
Oh.
So it's my turn?
Yep.
We play it now though? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. As I'm talking about it. So I'll spend 3 resources to play a card. So this card right here is Super Laser Technician. When defeated, you may put this unit into play as a resource and ready it. So it's a way to get ahead of the resource kind of flow of the game, the tempo of the game, and ramp up to higher resources. So that's what I did. Your action.
Well, I guess I will attack your base for 2. Mm-hmm. And when I do that, I restore 1 off my base. I heal 1 from my base.
That's great. I'll take initiative.
I will pass.
Okay, draw 2. Mm-hmm. Resource, ready up.
Oh, that was the right play.
All right, so I get to go first. I have the first action. 4 resources, eh? Let's attack your base for 3.
Sure.
Gotta give you something to heal.
Yeah. Okay. I'll spend 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play General Dodonna, who gives other friendly rebel units +1/+1.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. These are the temporary ones, right? I think these ones are temporary.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But I should put that right there. So
whatever you want.
Okay, perfect.
Great. That's all your resources spent?
That sure is. Felt like it was worth it.
Was it?
I don't know. I mean, if that's who you're going to get rid of, then I'm fine with it.
You have an option.
I don't like when you have that smirk on your face.
Yeah, as you change things by putting him out. It's like you're changing my plans. At least I kept options. Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah, I'll just spend 4. And I'll hit you with maximum firepower. So this says a friendly Imperial unit deals damage equal to its power 2 unit. Then another friendly Imperial unit deals damage equal to its power to the same unit. Pew, 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 pew.
To here?
Yeah. Get him out. So I do 2 damage to him and then 3 damage to him. Although, no, keep him actually. I take that back. I can get through the shield, right? Because it's 2 separate lines. I'll hit 2 damage on this guy, actually. This is a good example of shielding. So the first damage goes through as a separate action. I break the shield. And then I'll do 3 damage.
Which is enough because he has 1.
But this guy's actually giving him +1, +1.
Yeah, so he's 4, but he has 1 already. 1 damage.
Oh,
so
yes,
3
okay.
is enough.
Yeah,
but if he didn't have that 1 damage,
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I thought I could take him out, but
yeah.
But at first I was like, the shield, I can't do anything about it. But then when I just read this card out loud and was like, oh, it's 2 separate like resolving things. Yeah. So I kind of did 2 separate little attacks, kind of, but not attacks, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Oh, that was your turn. I'll take initiative.
Okay. Well, let's I'll just run this guy into this guy, do 2 damage, and then he will, when defeated, you may put this unit into play as a resource. And when anything enters play, it goes into play exhausted, but it also said I could ready it. And since you've taken initiative, you pass around, so I'll do my next action. Since I played a villainy card on the turn, I'll use this resource I just got to do Vader's action to deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a base. And then I will pass, and then we'll draw 2 cards. And then we will resource. We're going into 6 resources. Oh, actually, you're going into 5. I'm going into 6.
Sorry. Okay.
See you later, Erwin. Thanks for stopping by.
See you later. Oh, I'm in a tough dilemma here. Like I do that.
Okay, you have initiative. You go first.
Well, I could hit your base with General Design. I could hit your base for 4, which is decent. But I could also just take out your Death Star Stormtrooper. So you're not hitting back my base for 3.
He's just a little 1 health guy. Like, what are you picking on this guy for?
So I think I will just do that. We'll just...
You're gonna fight each other?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Slap fight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll spend 1 and replace him with the next shift. He got called in early because the other guy went home sick. So he's the next stormtrooper on the Death Star.
Don't say I'm copying you or anything, but I'm going to do the same thing as well.
What, the deck of these built up all the same cards? Like 12 copies of this guy and you got like 6 copies of that guy? What's going on? Okay. Excellent. This was a bait. You fell for my trap. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I was holding this sucker, waiting for the second one to show up. And this Imperial Interceptor will intercept you. When played, you may deal 3 damage to a space unit. Pew pew.
Well. I'll take initiative.
Okay. And then I will do... I would have to deal damage to my own unit. But it still does 1 damage to your base. That's not the worst thing. Sure. I'll do Vader's ability. I'll deal 1 damage to a unit, 1 damage to a base. And then I'll pass and we'll draw 2 cards. All right. So Mel now controls 6 resources. And that's the requirement to bring Luke out if she ever feels like it going forward. And I now control 7 resources, thanks to my little cheating play of putting that guy in my resources. So I could bring out Darth Vader at any point going forward. And deploying your leader is an action. So sometimes you can deploy your leader at the wrong time and he's sitting there with his pants down. And that's an action, so he's there. And now your opponent can react and like... There's been many times where I've killed leaders as soon as they were deployed. Holding cards in hand, waiting to deal with them. But yeah, you got to be careful sometimes. You got to watch your opponent's resources. Kind of think what could happen. Should I bring my leader out now? There might be a play where you don't bring your leader out on that round because it's not safe for them. But yeah, I don't know these starter decks, like if that kind of stuff's even possible. But what are you doing?
I'm going to pass.
Whoa. So I could just take the initiative right now and that would completely end the round. Or if I just passed to leave Mel with the initiative if I wanted it that way, that would just end this phase. We go right to the next regroup, and that would be just another round dead. Totally a thing. But she's bluffing. She's like trying to see what I do first. So she's afraid to put something out because she thinks I'll just like fight it or whatever. So she wants me to use these units probably first, which is what I think's happening. So then she'll feel safer to bring her leader out or play some unit in play. So it doesn't just get killed instantly. So I could do things to kind of like buy time by just like playing. Or maybe she wants me to play some cards so she knows if she should bring out a unit that instantly deals with it or an event that instantly deals with something bigger and more important than these 2 weenies. So I don't know here. I don't know what you're doing to me. Let me think here.
Yeah, take your time.
I have 7 resources. I could deploy my... That's what you're probably baiting. You probably want me to deploy my leader first so you could do something to him. Oh, yes. You're holding like Leia, who's going to just exhaust him right away as soon as he comes in play. I know what's happening here. She's trying to bait me. I'm not falling for it. She's in my head. Get out of my head.
I do have to say, the first time I did it, this in a tournament where I passed, or not a tournament, in the pre-race, I passed, and the person was like so thrown off.
Yeah.
They like they were like, oh my God.
What you got?
Yeah, like they
oh my
were
God.
panicked.
Freaking out. I'm freaking out.
No one's
man.
ever done that before.
I'm freaking out. Okay. Okay. Not gonna do that. Could do that. Could do that. I'll attack your base for 3. Yeah, it's Leia for sure. That's the only thing that comes to mind, but I'm probably wrong, but that's what I can picture. Because that's what I would do. If I had that Leia card in hand right now, I'd be like, yes, bring your leader out. Get him.
I'll pass. Oh, you're obviously stalling something for me to bring my leader out as well.
Why would I do that?
So...
I don't know what you're talking about. I'll exhaust 3 resources. I'll play a cell block guard.
Sentinel?
Yeah, who has Sentinel, which means units in this arena can't attack your non-Sentinel units or your base. They have to deal with these guys first.
Okay.
Your
4
action.
resources, 2 cards, and 1 is something that affects my leader.
What? Lukey boy, are you home? I've also now played a villainy card, so this is kind of an option now too, FYI. Mel is playing chess. Rob is playing Minesweeper.
I mean, I'm not winning, so...
That's true. I am.
Stalling.
I got 8 damage on her base out of 30. She only has 2 on mine.
Yeah, but just wait. 2 cards, 4 resources. Those 4 resources.
I love this damn game. I love it. I don't know, man. I just love it. Oh, so good.
Can I just see the other side of him?
Yeah, go ahead.
5.
Right? Fondle my leader all day.
5, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay. So. Okay. I know what he's got. I know what he's going to do. Other card won't matter because that's your 4 resources. Okay. I think I will just spend... Oh, this is so dumb.
Let's get close in from Mel's point of view.
Not what I want, but I don't... Yeah. I'll explain it later.
That's fine.
I will just vanquish here.
Oh! Oh! What's this? Show it. Show Vanquish. This is like one of my favorite cards.
Sorry, it's in a different spot before.
5 cost. It's an event out of Vigilance. The tactic keyword, defeat a non-leader unit.
Yeah.
Boom. Interesting. Interesting. I'll use Vader's ability. I'll deal 1 damage to a unit, 1 damage to a base. 4 resources down, 3 up.
I'll pass.
What the frig? All right. I'll deploy my leader. Darth Vader is now in play.
I only have 3 resources now.
5 attack, 8 health, Force, Imperial Sith. This is, for those watching this 4 years from now, when there's 17 Darth Vaders in the game, just to be clear, this is Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith variant that I'm playing, who is not the same as Darth Vader, Angry Teenager. I don't know what other ones they have. Anakin's, no, I guess that'd be a different card. On attack, you may deal 2 damage to units. So that's before they fight and trade. Which I didn't really talk about how the combat works, but it's kind of straightforward. Units just hit each other at the same time, dealing their attack, and they have their HP once it's equal. It's like kind of self-explanatory. It's done that way in many other card games. I don't know. It just makes sense the way it works. I don't know. There's no defending. That's the key thing. Some games you like block with things, and you only attack with one thing and strike one thing. There's no like, I'm going to attack with these 2 units, attacking your base, and then you defend. There's none of that. It's just 1 unit fighting 1 unit, or 1 unit fighting the base. Straightforward. I'm sure there'll be cards in the future that break that, but that's the thing. So Darth Vader's out here, but he has his cell block guard with him to try to keep him safe.
Yeah, but like I bring out Luke and you just wipe him out. 1 shot.
Come forth, boy. Come forth, boy.
Oh, pass.
I hate that I can't hit your unit with my ability.
I know. I
should just take the initiative and screw you over.
That's fine. Doesn't cost me anything to bring him out next time.
Yeah, but then you're still in the same situation. I have more resources.
I will not be in the same situation. I had a little hiccup. But we're working it out.
You're letting down your light side fans.
It's all good. I got another game.
Darth Vader refurbished vacuum. Darth Vader daddy issues.
I definitely should have kept my first hand. But we're gonna see if we can come back from this.
Darth Vader, bad father. All right. Sure. I'll just attack your base for 5.
Yep. Not sure that I can, but we're gonna try.
Yeah.
You have 3 resources. I don't think 3 resources can get rid of my leader. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You're holding a Luke's lightsaber, are you? Interesting. I will. And that gives you +3. I don't remember. I'll just take initiative.
Okay. I'll just attack your sentinel here. Take back 3.
Okay.
Okay. And then I pass.
Okay. Draw 2. I'll resource up to 8.
You have 2 cards or 3?
3. Yeah, I resource 1. Okay, first action.
Mm-hmm.
Spend 2. Actually, I'll spend 1. Think of this is legal. If you control a force unit, which technically Vader has the force trait, this event costs 1 less, so I'm going to pay 1. Deal 5 damage to a non-vehicle unit. That unit controller draws a card.
Oh,
so
super.
I'll deal
Thank
5 damage to him. This is what I was holding.
Oh, how much does that cost though?
1.
1. Oh, okay.
It's 2, but I have a force unit.
Oh, but it wouldn't have killed. It wouldn't have
killed Luke,
him.
but with his on attack. I was just waiting for you to deploy your leader, hit him, but then I thought you'd drop a lightsaber on him. I don't know how much that costs, I forget, and then clean him off. But if you didn't, then I like finish him with Vader.
Right.
That's what I was trying to bait you into.
Right.
But then I thought, I'll take initiative, and if you put any damage on him yourself, and I thought you were going to damage him, my cell block guard, and then the Luke's lightsaber, I believe, it like heals him and gives him a shield or something crazy. And I forget about it every time, but there I was remembering it, but I thought you were going to do it to me, and I was like, I'll just do it. Okay, so your action. So I basically just force choked my child. And he is now exhausted and should have his little his little token on him to show that he is now out of play. That token does come in the punch board. That's just the mark that the epic action's been done. She now cannot deploy her leader for the rest of the game. It just shows that there.
Oh, I get to draw a card. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did. Did I? I don't remember. I think I did.
Probably. I don't know, though.
It's all good. I can't remember.
I think you did, like, as soon as I read the card on stream, you were grabbing a card.
I feel like these 3 I had. I don't remember about this one. I don't remember. It's all good. Well, I was hoping to be in a different situation, but I think we just do...
Michael Mills says, don't worry, Mel, it's not over while Luke still has both of his hands. Yeah, not anymore, though.
It's all good. I realized
I knocked him out.
I probably should have kept my first hand. But it's okay.
That's why we're playing best of 3.
It's okay. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I
know, it's not over.
Okay, so I'm going to play C-3PO. When played or on attack, I can choose a number, then look at the top card of your deck. If its cost is the chosen number, you may reveal and draw, otherwise leave it on top. So, I mean, I don't really remember every card in here, but let's say...
What do you feel like you want?
Something under 5. Let's say 3.
Okay. So you look at it, but don't...
Oh!
I only think you reveal
totally
it
fine.
if it's the right cost.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah, you just believe it where it is.
Okay.
Pretty sure. Yeah, you look, not reveal. You look at the top card of your deck. If it's the chosen number, then you have to prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise you just put it back. So you don't give me information unless you want to play it.
Oh, so yeah, I've been holding them like this, so you can't see. But that's okay.
I've been showing them on screen. Like Mel maybe sees it.
I can't see.
It's fine. I don't care.
You can he can easier see mine than I can see his, but that's okay. Okay, done.
Okay. I'll hit your base for 3.
Mm-hmm. So let's do...
Take away 2 and put a 5.
Yep.
We're over halfway there. Your action.
Oh, I thought you were doing something like in a different order here. Wow.
Yep.
Shocked. I don't think it'll matter now. Because I thought you were doing something in a different order. Well. 2, 4, 5, and we'll just vanquish here. I thought you were going to go with him first.
No. Boom.
But then I think you got it.
All right. I'll attack here, do 2 damage to a unit on attack. And, I'll attack your base, but on attack, I'll do 2 damage to a unit.
Yep, you got it.
So deal 2 damage to that unit.
Oh,
and then 5 damage to your base after.
Oh, that's only 5 damage to my base. I'm not dead. I thought I was dead. Done.
You think he does 15 or
no.
Whatever you need? No.
Oh, I thought I was closer to being dead. Okay. I thought that was me done.
I mean, you are. The writing's on the wall, but
who knows? Who knows?
All right, your action.
I will take initiative.
All right. I'll spend 4 resources. And I'll play Grand Moff Tarkin. When played, I get to search the top 5 cards of your deck for up to 2 Imperial cards, reveal them, draw them, with the other cards on the bottom of your deck in random order. Which is another thing in the rules. Anytime you search a certain amount of cards or your deck or whatever, you shuffle it, and then you shuffle what you searched, and then put them on the bottom. Nice and clean. You don't need to pick up your deck, shuffle the whole thing, hand it to your opponent, all that crap.
Yeah.
Which a lot of card games do that, and there's just shuffling after shuffling after shuffling.
I know, it's annoying.
I like how it just kind of keeps it quick and keeps the game moving. But I wanted to show, this brings up a good topic here of, there was talk about special treatments earlier, I mentioned. And in those organized play kits that your store might have, yesterday I opened a Grand Moff Tarkin in there, and what they did, they put in, since this guy does not come in the booster packs, he's not in the main set, quote unquote, he only comes in this starter deck, he's one of the exclusive cards, and you get 3 of him, there was not a way to get a hyperspace because you can't open that from a pack and get the full art version. So what they did is, in the weekly store packs that you can just get for participation, or playing tournaments, however the store wants to use the packs. But you can open them, these little booster packs with 3 cards, and that's a way you can get hyperspace versions of cards that you don't normally get in booster packs. So now I could do this, and I have a nicer, more upgraded version, a prettier version of Grand Moff Tarkin that I normally couldn't find in booster packs or whatever, or playing draft or sealed or whatever, which is kind of cool. So yeah. Okay. So I'm going to search the top 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for up to 2 Imperial cards.
Okay.
I'll reveal them. Imperial tie line fighter there. Imperial traded. And another trooper who's coming for the 3rd shift. It's got to show up early because the other one left early. I don't know what's happening there. So I reveal those, draw them. The other ones, I'll shuffle these 3 and put them on the bottom. Your go.
I've taken initiative already.
Oh yeah. So then I now have more options with my resources. And I'll play the Stormtrooper. And then I'll play a TIE Fighter. And then I'll pass and draw 2 cards. I will resource a card. Because I'm crazy. I know some of you are like, whoa, he's resourcing all the way up to 9. Why would he do that?
He's got a big ATST he wants to drop in.
And then we ready? Your action.
Well.
Oh, you got a hyperfoil Dodonna. Nice. The other one I got the I don't know, his opposite upside down world version. Is the Bizarro twin. I got from my first pack, I got a General Veers hyperspace foil in my pack as my rare from my organized play pack with this like alternate art on him. That looks pretty cool, which is awesome because I love all the villainy stuff. So it's cool to get an actual unit I play in decks, which is nice.
Alrighty, I am first.
In fact, my whole pack was villain cards actually.
Was it?
Yeah. Where'd the other one go?
You put it in. Isn't it this?
No, I swatched. Oh, right here, right here. And then the other card I got was one I wanted to play earlier. This is the one that I resourced that I was going to play. I also got I Am Your Father. It deals 7 damage unless its controller says no.
Oh, yeah.
If they do, draw 3 cards.
Alrighty. I will spend 2.
Lost weekly foil is the best. I like the Death Star Stormtrooper, actually. The alternate art on that one I think looks really nice. All right, go ahead.
No worries. I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to exhaust here. So it just says exhaust an enemy unit.
No.
Give a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less. No Vader for you.
I'll hit your base for 3. Five more. And the game is mine.
You got 4 on the board there, eh? Let's do... Let's just attack here. Shield will ping away.
So the shield gets removed, but
then
it doesn't take damage.
I get to do this. I'm going to choose 2 this time.
2? Okay. Oh no, she revealed. She found a 2. It's that filthy Leia card I was talking about. When played, either ready a resource or exhaust a unit. Dirty. Filthy, filthy, dirty. All right. How much resource do you have? 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
I'll just I don't know. Hit your base for 2.
Nope. Hopefully whatever you have is just ambush, not hitting my base. If I do this, I won't ready a resource. I'll exhaust here.
All right. I'll spend all 9.
Yeah.
I wish I had initiative because it would have been amazing to play this first. The first event played by each opponent loses all abilities. So you wouldn't have been able to exhaust Vader, but you had initiative and you played an event first action. I was like,
well, I knew that.
Damn it.
Didn't.
Boom, big ship.
Big ship.
Big ship.
Oh man, oh man.
Go ahead.
I'll just spend 1. Put a little. Oh, is this the space? No, this is ground. Yeah.
I'll take initiative.
Get out of here. Okay, fine. I'll pass.
Draw 2.
There's nothing I can do.
I know.
Oh, now I got decent cards. Now I got like all of them are coming to play now.
I won't resource anything. Already up. I'll take the first action and drive this spaceship right into your base.
Yeah.
Boom, 8 damage. Yes. Like, who doesn't want to play a deck that deploys big ass ships like this? Come on. Who doesn't want to do that? Feels so good. I love it. I know it's probably not competitive to be playing big 9 and 10 cost ships, but they're in the game and it's fun.
I wish these guys came out earlier. Just to have like Sentinels to protect the base and have some ground units. I was lacking in units.
No.
That turn that I was just passing, I didn't really have anything to do that turn. So if we took initiative, worst case, I just didn't deploy Luke, which was fine. But I just had the Vanquish. So I'm like, I'll just wait and keep waiting and see. And then when you play, because the guys that were on the board, I'm like, oh, I don't really want to Vanquish.
So Vanquish is what you're holding?
Yeah, but I didn't really have anything else I could do anyways. So
that's why I dropped. I was like, I didn't know if you had an ambush unit or what. So that's why I put the Sentinel guy there. Because I was trying to protect the 3 cost guy, and I thought he was kind of keeping your leader hostage. Like you didn't want me to just fight you for 3 with him. So that's why I put the Sentinel out. Because I was like, well, now your leader has to hit this guy, and this guy can just hit your leader, but then you kept delaying. And I was like, fine, I'll use him to hit your base. And then I didn't want to bring out Vader to then just get smacked by Luke, but then you never deployed Luke. So I was like, I guess I'll just deploy Vader. He's protected by Sentinel.
Well, I knew that you could wipe Luke one shot.
100%.
Why am I doing that? So I thought at least if I did it after you, but then obviously the Sentinel was annoying.
Yeah.
But then I did have the lightsaber, and I had Han that I was going to bring, but then I didn't go first, which was the problem for the next round. Because then I could have, but...
I mean, Michael's mixing up the games like Lorcana and Star Wars. What? They're not all part of the same Disney game?
I mean, it says Disney on the back of the box.
Yeah, it does. I don't know. I think the games are compatible. This is how the trilogy should have ended. Yes, Falco, yes.
I should have kept the first hand. The first hand I had 2 Leias. I should have kept it.
Oh, yeah.
Even just for having the additional, being able to ready resources.
Yeah, you can build a little board.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to shuffle a little better. So we'll just play the same decks, do best of 3 still with these decks, right? Fine. Edward's asking, are we going to switch decks? No, wait. Yeah, was it Edward? Oops. Yeah, best of 3, then swap decks? I don't know. I don't know how late we're going to be going, to be honest. I don't want the stream to be that long. Plus, we're playing tomorrow. And that one will be much longer. So I'm already got the voice tickle coughing thing going on. It's annoying. I just need to drink more water, I think, again. Yeah, even just these starter decks, I don't know. This is maybe my... I know they're not the same decks as Gen Con, but it reminds me because we were playing with a lot of the same cards that are in them. But playing with my daughter with this, playing against you, I love these little starter decks because I just love that I can play Vader against Luke. I think that's that's Star Wars in my mind, right? That's fun. Darren the dude, what up?
Hello.
Do you recommend sleeping these cards? I mean sleeving. Yeah, sleeving the cards. I have the starter deck and a few booster packs. That's up to you.
Yeah. I like to shuffle sleeved cards.
Yeah, I got very early on. I got used to playing tournament, like going to nationals and worlds and stuff, where you're required to use opaque sleeves. So I wasn't one for spending as much on plastic to cover the cards as the cost of cards. It just felt weird. But you had to for tournaments. So I pretty much with Game of Thrones, the card game first edition, I probably played 10 games at home, and then I was ready to go to a store championship. And then a few months later, I was ready to go to nationals at Gen Con. I was just I just want to see where this goes. I want to have fun with it. So I had to look at what sleeves to buy, and then I sleeved them. But that just got me used to playing these games with sleeves.
Yeah.
And it's a habit you got into. And now I love shuffling cards with sleeves. It's a good habit to have because I do like playing in organized play. I like going to events, tournaments. And you have to do it. So, but if you don't like sleeves and you're just playing at your kitchen table and you don't want to keep the cards pristine, do whatever you like. I just sleeve this up to keep these as their own little game to play back and forth. But I do sleeve my decks, obviously, but I don't sleeve every card in my collection. I only sleeve them when I build decks.
Yeah.
But these cards, if we're talking about card stock quality, these are pretty common, not the best quality cards, but among collectible card games with booster packs and all that, they're pretty on par with what you'd expect. They're very similar the Keyforge card quality, where it feels a little bit throwaway, but the card stock's good enough that they don't feel completely garbage, and the graphics and art on them look great. But if it was even less quality, maybe that wouldn't look as good. But once you sleeve them, it doesn't really matter too much. So that's the other thing. If the cards feel kind of cheap to you, because they are, we've seen better cards in other card games and board games and stuff. Mm-hmm. So there is better card stock than this. It's a thing. But to cut costs and stuff, I see why they do it. So yeah, you might want to sleeve it just for that, to make them feel more substantial in your hands.
Do you want to roll for first?
Yeah, sure.
3 again. I feel like I got that last time.
3.
Oh, what a
Whoa.
1.
16.
Wow.
Actually, I think in the rules, we looked this up in the first pre-release.
Is that a thing?
Yes. In best of 3, it is, I believe, just like in most games, the loser just gets initiative on the next one. I'm pretty sure there was someone else that told me that, and I think I looked it up, but that might have been in a weird dream or something. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in best of 3, it's just whoever lost gets initiative automatically. I think whoever lost the last game.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how most games work, but I think that is in the tournament rules. Oh, I don't know why I'm shuffling again, but I am.
Fine as well.
I'm
going to keep my hand this time.
Like just talking and shuffling. Now, chip theory cards, Minion, they're not even in the same category.
No, I wouldn't sleeve those.
You can't even compare those. They're like not even paper. They're like PVC plastic with like a coating on them too. Like they're crazy. Yeah.
But sometimes that for me makes it hard to see when I don't have glasses on because it has that.
The newer ones
coating
aren't
on
as bad, but
Okay.
yes, the older ones were pretty rough. We have some that are like very hard to read, but they've fixed most of that stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, Jacko, that's exactly what I'm doing. Yep. GameGenic starter deck sleeves. GameGenic art sleeves for the starter decks. But I'll tell you though, the ones that say Star Wars Unlimited on the back from GameGenic with the little colored symbol, red or blue, I wanted a red set, but then I saw they spoiled for set 2. They're going to have a green and a yellow set, so one for each of the colors of the aspects. And I love black. The black and yellow looks so awesome. I just want a set of those yellow ones. So I think I'll use that for like my tournament deck or whatever. But I might buy a red set too because I just like the red. It gives me like black and red, the Vader vibes, which he's also black and red, so that makes sense. Okay, so I will keep, and I will decide what to resource when 2, and you're first.
I'll spend 2. Already a resource.
Okay. I'll spend 1. Bring in a TIE fighter. Your action.
I'll give Leia a shield.
I will do Vader's ability since I played a villainy card to deal 1 damage to a unit to get rid of that shield and 1 damage to a base.
I will take initiative.
And I will pass. Draw 2.
Alrighty.
So, Minion, is loser gets to choose or the loser takes the initiative?
Oh, it's fine for this case. I'll just take it this time.
Yeah,
but good to know that what the actual rules are. I'm not even sure.
Yeah, if they get to choose who goes first, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. They choose. Oh, okay, that's
okay.
cool.
Well, I've chosen to go first.
All right, good to know. I was close, but definitely wrong. Good to know.
Alrighty. I'll spend 3. I'll play Fleet Lieutenant, and says, when played, you may attack with a unit. If it's a rebel unit, it gets +2/+0 for this attack. You can only attack with a friendly ready unit. So we'll choose Leia, who will attack your base for 4.
Yeah, I like the way in the starter set too, and then kind of the first set too, they put like extra reminder text on even some of the starter deck cards, which I love the way FFG usually does that with their games. So like with their Keyforge demo decks, I remember they had that stuff. Yeah, just you can only attack with a ready friendly unit. So a lot of people at pre-release were getting confused and were trying to do attacks with units that are exhausted, but part of attacking in the base rules of the game and that quick start rules, you have to exhaust a unit to do an attack. So obviously if a unit's already exhausted, they don't get to ready up an attack again, and exhausted units don't attack unless a card lets you break that rule. But I like the way they put this kind of reminder text on the starter cards just to teach players. which is another reason why I think this product should have been available well before the pre-release weekend, so people could like learn in their comfort of their own home, you know, before going out to a pre-release. There was some Wild West stuff going on, man. People were just making up rules. It was crazy. I was like, people weren't like, I was playing against people and they were doing like weird things. And I was like, you didn't read the rules in like the hour we had to build a deck? Like, but I guess some people take that long to build a deck too and read all the cards and sort. But it's like, they literally give you a quick start rules in the box. Maybe it's unrealistic to think you might have read that in that time. So I don't know, but it's like, that should have been like, the store should have been like, here's the link to the quick start rules. Read these before coming. Yeah. You know, but there was some that just didn't want to read the rules. They just were like, someone's going to just help me while I'm here. And some stores had organizers that knew the rules and others had organizers that had no effing clue what the hell was even going on, which was crazy. But yeah, weird experiences. Okay. I will. I'll hit your base for 2.
Okay. I will take initiative.
I will play a Viper Probe Droid, and when played, look at your opponent's hand. What filthy cards do you have in here? Deal 3 damage from a unit or base. Defeat a non-leader unit. This card, man. Vanquish. So dirty they put that in the starter decks. And C3PO. Okay. Damn. Alright. And I'll just play a Death Star Stormtrooper for 1. And I'll pass. Draw 2. What do you got?
I will spend 2.
Yeah, that's true, Jacko. That's true.
No, do I do that instead? That's probably better. Yeah, no, I'll spend 3 for another Fleet Lieutenant. And this time, who will attack? I'm gonna attack for 5 or 4. I think we'll just, and I'll just ping that.
So Edward, super official tourneys and stuff won't happen for like a few months or at least a few sets. But my understanding is the sideboard thing. When you construct a deck, you're allowed to have a sideboard of up to 10 cards. And my understanding is you kind of just sit down and play your first game of best of 3 in a tournament setting. And after the first game wraps up, you're allowed to then, each of you, switch cards out from your sideboard based on what just happened in your matchup, whatever you feel like. And then you could do the same if the other player won the next game and before your third game, you could swap again and then play the third and final game. But I don't think you sit down and go, hi, what deck are you playing and what cards are in your deck? Okay, let me switch my deck. And then like, who gets to switch cards first? I think it's more about just get into the first game and play. So you have to make some assumptions in your main deck of what you might see more of. And then based on what you just saw played against you, you might switch some cards up, but your opponent can do the same. That's how I think they're doing it. But I could be wrong. I read that like a while ago. So yeah, I browsed through tournament rules like a like as soon as they were posted, and I don't remember much. I'm a much different player now than I was a couple weeks ago when I saw those. Yeah.
No worries. So for this guy's ability, I'll choose him to attack with +2/+0. He'll just attack the base for 5.
Base for 5?
Yep.
Yeah, minion, like a tournament at a local store. Like I've already been to tournaments that are like 32 players, like at just like a pre-release. Like we have some pretty big communities here around like Toronto and the surrounding area, in Canada. But I mean like official Fantasy Flight games, like supported road to the championship kind of stuff. They said that major like organized play, hyper competitive side of the game is coming a little bit later. Like they don't even have the judge program until sometime during set 2, which means they can't be running like super official high-end tournaments until the judge program is in play to then have official judges. There is a separate path, a separate side of the game, which is casual. That includes like pre-releases, weekly play, even what's called a store showdown, which some stores already have kits for that. And they're supposed to run those after they're done their weekly play, so then players can collect cards, come in, play like a more casual tournament. But your stores can do whatever. Content creators can stream tournaments and stores can host tournaments. It's still not like part of that official organized play that I'm talking about, where it's like much more serious. You can take it serious, and the store might treat it serious, and the player base might be serious. But that's two different things, in my opinion, if that makes sense. So when I'm talking about like serious tournaments, I mean when it's like, you know, FFG official judges are there and like handing out official OP prize support, and like they're calling it a galactic championship or whatever they're going to be called. I think that's what the Worlds is called.
Oh, yeah.
Which they have for like next year.
I need to run to the washroom. Can you mute
Yeah,
while
yeah.
you finish this conversation?
Yep. Oh yeah,
Sorry.
just. So Mel's just running the washroom, and as soon as she leaves the room, we'll check through her hand and her deck and stuff. We'll retweak her deck and mess her up. But yeah. It says you hand them your deck list and play with your starting deck the first game, sideboard after first game. Okay, thank you. Okay, good to know. Again, I don't care that much about that stuff, because that stuff, it shouldn't really matter until then. Like, that's not how it's going to happen at a store showdown, which is like the first semi-competitive tournaments you'll see. I don't see stores like enforcing that, because that's not what FFG wants yet. FFG wants people just to feel welcome. A lot of people, this is their first collectible card game, so they don't want to like overwhelm you. So yeah. Right. A site they're doing the tickets from is called Organized Play, which I took to meant it was an official event. I mean, technically, Organized Play is the side of FFG that even runs the pre-releases, the weekly events. It's all part of the Organized Play program. But there's a casual side to that and a competitive side to that. And we haven't seen all the competitive side yet. Not 100%. Yeah. Oh, just probably the site name. Gotcha. Yeah, so don't stress, Minion. Like, it's not going to be the most hardcore serious thing. There will be players there that take it super serious, but yeah, it's still right now the game's meant like new player friendly. Go to whatever tournaments you want, get smacked around, learn the game, build your deck full of uncommons and commons. Did you plug in already?
No, I don't want to do it. Does it make it
Oh yeah, sorry. I see. They're waiting for me. I'm like, why haven't you plugged in yet? So I
didn't know if it was gonna like.
No, yeah, you're right. What deck or decks are you playing in weekly play, Rob? We'll find out tomorrow at the end of stream when you guys help me pick which leader, the first deck I should build. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I got some cards even in the draft I played that I could put into some of the decks that change what leader I might have played before and which one I felt I didn't have the cards for, which is cool. And even tomorrow, we're going to stream opening 12 total packs and building decks and playing each other. I could get some cards in there that make me go, oh, I want to play that leader now, because now I have 3 of this card that I maybe only had 1 of before, you know?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll talk about it tomorrow at the end of stream. What I should play in my weekly play next. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So you went.
Yep.
You played another one of these guys?
Yeah, and then I dealt 5 to your base.
And you dealt 5 to my base. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat's distracting me.
It's all good.
I blame them.
Distract away.
Yeah, leave your angry comments down below about how chat is making the gameplay take forever. I'm just kidding. Don't blame chat.
Next time, just join in.
Squirrel. All right. Interesting. Meow. You have 1 resource left?
I do. 3 cards.
Means you'll probably give a shield to something. And you played both these this turn?
No, just 1.
Just 1?
Yep, I played the 1 last turn.
So if I were to kill that one right now, you wouldn't be able to give a shield to something you played this turn?
I wouldn't.
Interesting, you say. Interesting. All right, let's get him.
You go for 3, yeah. I'll spend 1, and I will heal my base for 3.
Whoa, you had that card? I had no idea. Damn you. Wow. Should I just fight Leia and take her out? I don't even know.
She's not that harmful.
Yeah, but she can kill this guy. This flying garbage can right here.
He did its job already. You got to peek it behind the curtain.
True. I'll hit your base for 3.
Okay, I'll attack your base for 2.
I'll attack your base for 2.
Oh, I'll take initiative. Oh, that's 5.
I'll spend 3. I should do this earlier. I'll deal 3 damage or 4 damage to a unit with open fire. Okay. And didn't play anything this turn. It's no Vader ability. So I'll just pass and draw. Your action. Thanks, Wikimer.
I'll spend 4, and I'll just play a System Patrol Craft with Sentinel here.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Sentinel, eh?
Sentinel, yes.
I'll attack your base for 3.
I could just use Leia to attack the probe droid. He's doing more damage to my base than she's doing to your base.
But then she'll die too.
Yeah, but it might be okay. Might be okay. Yeah, I'll just...
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's hit this guy for 2.
Mm-hmm. I have 1. He uses his ability on that guy. I will take initiative.
I'll spend 4.
Yep.
Imperial Interceptor. Get out of my space.
3 damage, right?
Yeah, 3 damage. And then, I guess, I'll do Vader's ability. I'll deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to base.
Vader's ability is not May?
No, I don't think so.
Like, if you want to do the first part, you have to do the...
If you played villainy card, or yeah, villainous card, whatever it's called, this phase, it just says deal 1 damage to a unit and 1 damage to a base.
Oh, okay.
So if I'm going to trigger this, I have to do what it says as much as I can, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know. I'd love to have done that first, but I don't think, yeah, I didn't play a card, so that's the card I played. So it's like, whatever. For the damage to the base, I don't care.
I guess you were hoping that she was still there.
No, I just, whatever. I just don't care. I'll just do whatever. All right. Then I'll draw cards. Oh, yeah, he's exhausted. Are we going to 6? Hmm. So bad. All right, go ahead.
I spent 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, top prize is 4 cases? How many people are going to this tournament, Minion?
They said 64. It was like top 4 prizes, right?
Can I still get there in time?
In the UK? When is it, tomorrow?
That sounds awesome.
Or next week? Did you say it's tomorrow or next week? I can't remember what you said.
Minion, that's awesome. Good luck. Holy jeez.
Oh, next Saturday. You have time.
There's going to be some ringers there. 4 cases? So that's like 6 booster boxes in a case. That's insane. Saturday the 23rd? All right, I'm on my way. That's prize support. Holy crap.
I'll use...
And you won free tickets to it, so you're not even paying into like the prize pool? All right, you're a lucky bastard. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's cool.
Please tell us about that when you come back from that one.
I want a full report. Full report.
I'll use Leia to exhaust here.
Vanquish is 5, and you have 4.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
5 packs just for participation. Oh, jealous.
Okay. So what I've learned is you have a friendly local game store or some passionate people who freaking make all the people who organize tournaments around me look silly.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's like love for the game. That's crazy. Who is organizing this? Like a store?
Yeah, he said the name.
The mob? Like who? Like this is... Oh, okay. Or is it like is it Asmodee?
Oh, Michael has a good question. What was the entry cost for non-raffle winners?
Yeah.
Like, how much did it cost to get into this?
How much
like
blood?
$100?
How much blood did they have to give? 15 pounds?
Wow, that's... I would go just for the fun of that.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Wow.
Good luck.
I'm going to watch that stream, I think.
It's being streamed?
Yeah, he was saying, I love watching tournaments be streamed of games. Like, yeah, I watched so many Flesh and Blood, like, tournaments, and I never played outside of my house. I just love tournament play. I love competitive play in these games.
Okay, we'll have to...
Yeah, I love to watch that. Oh, it's Asmodee. That makes more sense. If Asmodee's, like, got a hand in it, that's cool. Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, put details in the Discord.
We'll definitely watch.
I love watching that kind of stuff.
Tell us like what color shirt you're wearing too, so we can see if we can spot you. Like the wearers won't
Minion's
know.
going to be at the final table. We'll see them on stream, of course.
Yeah, but Minion's name on stream might not be Minion.
Yeah, that's
so we
true.
might not
We'll never know. You can keep yourself anonymous.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It's all good.
Just tell us what color shirt you're wearing, okay?
Yeah. I will root for you without
Wear
without
something
telling
like
me.
that stands out. Like wear something like bright green or something.
All right, I'll just play a cell block guard who has Sentinel.
Okay. I think I will just trigger Vader's ability to give Leia a shield.
You mean Luke's ability?
What did I say?
Vader's?
Vader's,
I
yeah.
think you said.
I don't know what I just said.
Yeah.
I'm distracted.
I'll spend 2. I'll play Admiral Ozzel, who's overconfident. He has an action that maybe I could use on a future turn if he's alive to play an Imperial unit from your hand, paying its cost. It enters play ready, but each opponent may ready a unit.
Okay.
So I definitely would like to have initiative and do that as my first action would be amazing because you wouldn't have any cards to ready, but I don't think that will happen. It's a dream. Maybe one day.
Dream. My action, I think I'll deploy Luke.
Yep, here he comes. I did not find any cards to cheat myself to 7 quick enough. So your leader gets a turn to run wild. I'll do Vader's ability. To hit Luke. And 1 to the base. We'll just put 10 on here.
Well, I know how much you want that initiative.
Yeah, don't hit my Sentinel unit with Luke. Don't do it. Or you're afraid to put damage on him. Yeah, after last time he's scarred from taking damage and dying in the next round.
I mean, it happens. What is this thing again? Imperial unit from your hand. Enters play ready. And you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh.
Big boy. Could come out.
I'll take initiative.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think
I'll
it's worth
pass.
it. Okay.
Draw 2. I definitely want a resource so I can get Vader out.
What do I have here? 6? I don't know if I do. I don't think
chops off Luke's arm for 1 damage. Yeah. 1 damage to his arm right there.
No, I don't think I resource anything. Okay.
Oh, Minion says all I bought is starter set cards from a sealed tournament. I will not be getting to final table.
You never know.
But now you're definitely going to be playing cards nobody expects. So you have that like secret weapon, right? That they didn't build their decks prepared for. So you'll be playing like weird cards they're not ready to handle. So that's your advantage. Lean into it. See, Mitch, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody else in the chat will know.
I got 2 plays. I'm not sure what to do. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Question for you. I don't know the answer. Can someone have more than 1 shield?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep. They stack.
And
because just remember, it's way easier to see it like this. So if you're putting shields on, it's just like an upgrade. But there's no limit to the amount of upgrades unless they're unique.
Remove all shields? Or each hit will...
A shield prevents 1 source of damage and will bust away.
Okay.
And the next source of damage would be another shield. Okay. But there is a keyword in the game, Saboteur,
right,
which ignores Sentinel and destroys all shields on the target.
Okay.
So I don't have a Sentinel or a Saboteur unit, I mean. So it would literally take me, if you put an extra shield on her, it would take me multiple attacks.
Okay, so then I think knowing that...
Yeah, each shield, exactly, Minion. Each shield soaks 1 source of damage.
Okay, I've never been in a situation where I've had to put more than 1
That's
shield
Luke's
on
thing, though. Luke loves helping his friends.
Okay, so I'm going to spend...
He loves using protection.
2, and I'm going to exhaust a unit and give a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less. That's why I want to take initiative. Go ahead.
Serenity now.
I had that card last time, so I felt like that play was worth not using Luke last time. I don't know.
Hmm. 6, 7. I'm actually going to do 3 damage to your base.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 1. And I'm going to put Resilient on Luke to give him +3 health. So he's 10 health. Just in case you had some plans for him.
Shut the hell up. All right. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. 3 resources.
2 cards, yeah.
I will deploy my leader. Go ahead.
I'll spend 2. I'll exhaust an enemy unit and give a shield token.
You're just baiting me. I see. You might have more than that. I don't know the deck list to know.
I don't either.
God damn it. Okay, that's the way it is. Let's do... Just need to know the cost of a specific card. I don't...
Ask the chat. That's fair. You're allowed to know the cost of a card, I feel like.
But I don't want you to know what cost of the card.
Do you want me to look away?
No.
You want to Google it?
It's okay. No. I should remember. But I don't. It's okay. I'll also attack your base for 3.
For 3. Alrighty.
How did you get a 3rd shield? Oh, from that.
From 2 of those, and then she had 1 already. She's about to get another one, I think.
Luke gets robotic arm plus 3 HP. That is. Really putting that theme in there to the game. I love it.
Let's actually...
They need a card that's called that in the future.
Let's attack here for 2 and...
Sentinel.
Sentinel. Okay, so here. And I'll just remove shield. Oh, I probably should have done it the other way then. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you haven't even played any cards yet.
Correct. Oh, my Vader's not popping off like he was supposed to this turn. Sometimes Sith happens, exactly. Sith happens.
Minion says the card you're thinking costs about 8.
No, it doesn't.
He's thinking of an event. He just doesn't remember how many.
No, it's not an event.
Oh, it's a character?
All right. Actually, I'll spend 2. This card's collecting dust and cobwebs in my hand the whole game here, just for the lulls. Vader's lightsaber attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, if attached unit is Darth Vader, you may deal 4 damage to a ground unit, and it'll make him +3/+1.
I assume Luke?
No, let me just break off a shit. Yeah, of course, Luke.
Okay. Alrighty. Well.
Now come at me, bro. Oh yeah, you still gotta get through Sentinel.
Yeah. I know. That was a big misplay to not use Luke first.
How much health does he have left now? 5. He
4.
had 4 left?
Yeah, 4.
Oh, he's...
Oh, 5.
He's 11,
10.
right?
10.
No, 10. Wow.
Yeah, he's got 5.
I can't add upside down all of a sudden.
Hmm.
So he's 5 left. Okay. Well, if he's going to attack, he's got to attack here.
No. Yeah, he's gonna. It's sad that I did that.
So he takes 3 back.
Yep.
And my cell block guard is knocked out. 1, 2, 3. Open fire!
That's fine. At this point, I feel
It's
like
15 cards.
Oh, sorry. On attack, he would give Leia a shield. Sorry.
Yeah. Of course. She needs more shields.
Yeah. I mean,
of course. Yep.
Last man standing. Oh, he goes here, exhausted.
Your action.
I'll take initiative.
I will pass. Draw 2.
You have no cards right now?
I got 2 now.
Well, with that now, yes.
I will not resource. Stay at 7. Vader is an 8, 9.
What do I have here? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yes, the like sequencing or lines of play or which actions happen before others is so much deeper than you think. Like it is every game I play, I'm like and see different cards like in draft, sealed, even with these starter decks, I'm learning. Like every game I'm like learning some new thing of like, oh, I should have attacked with that first, or I should have played that first, or oh yeah, you could have played that, so I should have put that attachment on, or whatever. It's like I love that about this game. It's so simple. The rules are so basic. Like it's the most simple set of clean mechanics ever, tied to the theme very well, but it's like the depth. And just imagine future sets, how kind of nutty they could get with it and expand it. And I hope they don't do that for a while because we got to keep new players kind of coming in and making it easy for them to come in. But in a couple of years, I can see it getting pretty like even deeper. But already in the first set, it's like very rewarding when you start figuring out things. It's a very fun little puzzle to figure out. I like it. Yeah. Again, like I'm so used to card games where it's like, okay, it's my turn. I'm going to exhaust this, play this, do this, draw this, attack this, do this, that, as my opponent's playing on their phone. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done, go. But I love this game the way it's like, you're always like, what are they doing? What is coming next? How many resources do they have left? What could they play? Like, should I do this first? Should they do that first? I just love it. It's just so back and forth. It's a very smart design, very interactive. I love it.
It's been 5 for a snow speeder, which has ambush.
So for those that don't know, I think this is our like first ambush we've seen today. So ambush is the keyword. After you play this unit, it may ready and attack an enemy unit. It is optional. If there is no unit across in the same arena, you can't do it. So there must be a unit and you have to fully resolve it. You can't just ready up and decide, I don't want to attack after all. You have to do it if you're going to trigger ambush. Otherwise, it's optional. So it technically comes into play exhausted. Then you decide, I want to trigger ambush.
Yep.
So you ready it. Now you pick a target. So you take this guy out. He does 2 damage back.
And then it can exhaust an enemy vehicle ground unit, but you don't have one.
Yep, Vader is not a vehicle. That's coming in a future set. Darth Vader Tank Edition. Tank with wheels.
Oh yeah, you can't ambush a base either. That's what a lot of people try to do like the first day because they didn't realize.
I had that, yeah. I had one person try that, but then like very quickly people start like because they start reading cards with rules reminder text on them. Yeah, and then
they realize.
Again, which I wish the starter set was out first because people would have caught that just out of the starter set.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's specifically unit. You can't ambush in and then attack the base. It has to be against the unit. Okay. I'll attack your base for 8, but on attack first, before damage is dealt, I will deal 2 damage here.
All right. All right. Oh, I guess I can make that a 10. If I have another one. Yep. Okay. I will use Luke's ability to give a shield before you kill him.
3 damage to the base. You are
25.
3 away?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I will attack your base for 2.
I'll spend 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play Grand Moff Tarkin again. Draw the top 5
yeah.
cards. And search for up to 2 Imperial units. 3 resources left. Or Imperial cards, actually. Imperial cards.
Yeah, Minion, I agree. I like the ambush with Overwhelm.
Yeah, the 2 cards I'll reveal are a Cell Block Guard and General Veers.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize he was in the starter deck. I forgot. So, for fun, we can upgrade it to the alternate art shiny foily organized play version that I got at my local game store. Yay!
You put 1 there, but I think that goes on the bottom of your deck or something.
Yeah, these will get shuffled in a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No
Those will get shuffled.
I don't want you to forget.
These go in my hand. I mean, you might even see play, but yeah, then I'll shuffle the other cards and bury them on the bottom. Go ahead.
I'll take initiative.
One, 2, 3. Let's drop a Cell Block Guard and pass. Draw 2. I'll resource to 8.
I don't think it matters because I don't think I can block enough.
Field promotion.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but so I'll just, on my turn, I'll just spend 5 and I will defeat your Sentinel unit with Vanquish.
Well, I guess I'll attack your base rate, and on attack, I'll break the shield off that.
Yep, you got it.
GG's. So I don't know why I got a promotion. He's not even seeing play. I debated playing him, but I thought the Sentinel would definitely just like gum you up and make it like obvious that I could close it.
No, I wasn't seeing any like big characters.
So the card I want to know. I didn't know what it cost.
Oh.
So every time I'm looking, I'm like, if I damage Luke with which effect, can you just slap this out?
Oh, I didn't see that.
And auto heal him and give him a shield. So I was always like, I have all the pieces I need to kill Luke and even some.
Yeah.
But if you drop this in between those actions and react to like my first source of damage, he's fresh and clean and now has a shield and now I can't take him out and he's swinging for +3.
Yeah.
And has an extra health. And now he's going to stick around and probably start wrecking my board or my base. So that was my fear always. I always started piling up all these ways of eliminating him quickly, but even with your exhausting, I was like, I still have a way to get rid of him unless you have this.
Which no.
And every time you were holding 1 resource,
oh, you thought I could
was
play
like,
with 1?
could she play this card? I don't know the cost. I could not remember the cost. I didn't know if it was the 1 cost card or not. I was thinking it couldn't be because it's so powerful, I felt. But I didn't know. Maybe
I guess you just have to remember the same as the Vader's.
I just didn't know though.
Oh, yeah.
I just, maybe I'm wrong.
Was that far down? Like I did not.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think it was, yeah. I don't know how many there even are.
That would have been good 2, I think.
Oh, there's all 3 because this is
3.
exclusive to the deck.
Oh, okay.
So there are 3 of them. Yeah, so we didn't see some of the like Chewies and Hans.
No.
Yeah, this is what this card and you putting shields on this stupid thing.
Oh,
having
yeah.
Sentinel and being undamaged.
I wish.
Yeah, that would have been like a nightmare for me. But thankfully, like you're just putting shields on little Leia, who's like not going to win you the game. I know.
I know. I didn't have anything that was.
And what I liked was you kept putting shields on her, so you're not going to just play a new Leia to exhaust. So that's why I left her and left her alone.
Oh, the other one's already gone. I don't know how many I have. I probably have one more.
3 of, because she's exclusive to the deck.
Yeah, that I would see it. I would just resource it at that point.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't want to do that. You want to get rid of her so you can play another one. Which you could have just played another one and defeat her, but you're not going to do that with all that shield piled up.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
But like, then I'm just not going to care about the unit. But
yeah. Oh, it's all I had. So I wish I had somebody bigger. Like if I had Chewie out with all those shields on it, like imagine.
Yeah, Chewie with Sentinel would have been awesome.
But I wasn't.
Yeah, can I see Chewie?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show. There's some like awesome cards in these decks like that. There's only like one of them.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh yeah. So Chewbacca, he's Sentinel, and when this unit's attacked, ready him. He's like not very strong, but like the health is huge, so it's just fun. Can I see Han?
Han, yep.
Yeah, Han's like a rare that's one of in the deck.
Yeah, it's only one of.
That's what I mean. So it makes those like, sometimes you'll play these starter decks and nothing like insane happens. They feel like pretty tame games. But every now and then when you pull a Han or a Chewie play off or something weird, it just changes how the game feels and it's just like a fun moment. So this guy gets to ambush in and he gets to shoot first basically. So he deals the 6 damage before the defender hits back. So he could completely like eliminate a unit and take no damage back. And he like comes out of nowhere. But there's only one of it. It's nice rare, but you obviously want more of to see him more consistently.
Yeah.
Which is fun. The starter decks are made to be built off of too, right? They're like fully functional, but
yeah, I wish I could have got all these shields on one of these guys.
And here's another rare. You got Obi-Wan Kenobi, who is a Force user, so you could
I don't know that I have any Force cards in this deck.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But in my deck, like I have some of the ones that I need a Force unit. It'd be nice
but
to
there
have
are
more.
some cool ones in blue that give you the heal if you have Force.
Yeah, when he's defeated, he gives 2 experience tokens to another friendly unit. And again, we didn't see experience this game. But that's just basically a token upgrade. That will give a +1/+1. So he's giving a +2/+2. And if it's a Force unit, draw a card. So he's like, if he helps Luke out or whatever. Do you have Yoda in there too?
Yeah.
I see Yoda.
Yeah.
And what do I have that's cool that I didn't really see? Oh, I thought you guys mentioned Overwhelming Barrage. Is that in here? I feel like it is, but I never really see it. Yoda. So Yoda has Restore 2, so he can heal from the base. When defeated, choose any number of players. They each draw a card. Oh, here's who I didn't see. I always forget this guy's even in this deck because I never draw him. I never see this guy. I always forget. But he's just a one of, right? So it's like it helps you get your collection going because he's a rare. So like you're less likely to find him opening booster packs, so it gets you started.
This is the guy I thought you were going to play when you said that with that guy you had that action that you could play.
I didn't even have units most of the time when he was out. I was just trolling you. I had all events.
I still think it's terrible, even if you get like a 3-cost out that comes out ready.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if I dropped this out with him.
I thought that's what you had. Oh, you have AT. I thought you had the other one.
Yeah, and then I had this one in my hand, but I resourced this one game, but I usually hold them because I know they're not very plentiful in the deck.
But this for 6, I think is good.
Oh, amazing. I love that card. And with this guy, some of these bigger cards, so each friendly non-leader unit that costs 6 or more gains ambush. So I could make these guys come into play and immediately ready and attack a unit.
That's insane.
And this one has Overwhelm. When attacking an enemy unit, it deals excess damage to the opponent's base. So if he like finishes off a unit that has 1 health left, all the rest, like 5 extra damage hits the base too. And if it, like, it's a dream. Like, it's hard to line this up in the starter decks, but it just gets your brain thinking of like, maybe I want to open some packs and then make more deck more consistent and put a whole bunch of ATSTs and a whole bunch of Admiral Piets so I can see them more. It's just fun little combos that are in here. Yeah, Overwhelming Barrage is in here. Probably only a one of, right? Like, I never see this one. I forget this one is even in the starter decks. Yeah, just a one of. Yeah, so it's fun that I think the one of, like, yes, if you build competitive decks in any kind of card games, you're looking for consistency. But I think it's a great way in a starter deck to showcase a lot of different possibilities and combos and cards and give a good taste of what is out there. So it's a complete deck. It fully works, but it also spices it up when you're just playing with a starter set over and over as like a complete little board game that's closed off. So like I said, it is a thing, and I did it for Flesh and Blood, where you just buy starter decks. So every set they come out with starter deck, if you just want to play the game casually, play it with your family, you know, play with your best friend, whatever. Every time they come out with a new starter set, buy that. They should all be compatible. They all should be pretty balanced. And you don't need to worry about deck building. And you just pull it out whenever you feel like playing. And you'll just see a bunch of crazy cards. And some games, you'll drop down the big relentless ship. And some games, you'll never see it. And that just makes the play more varied every time you play. For me, it makes me hungry to like, oh my God, I want to play like a proper deck that has like 3 of this, 3 of this, 3 of this. So I can see this combo every game more often and feel more consistent. But I'm okay. These decks, I think, are very well put together. Very fun. Very balanced, even though, like, yes, I kind of outplayed Mel a bit there.
I feel like I got unlucky a little bit, especially in the first game.
So when we were practicing this the other day, Mel like whooped my ass with the Luke deck, like, and I've seen it go both ways with both decks. We've switched decks, and I've seen like, a Luke can crush. So yeah, do not think the decks are unbalanced. I think they're very balanced. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's for this. But yeah, it's cool. Lots of cool characters and stuff in here too. But yeah, that's the starter deck. That's the starter deck product. I don't know what else to say. Actually, let's do it like this. Yeah, that's the 2-player starter. So that's what we were playing with. Just we had sleeve upgrades for those that tune in late. These are the GameGenic sleeves. And we were playing with GameGenic, the official tokens. And playing on the official 2-player mat. That's like called the Game Mat XL or something. Which I have seen for sale at stores. But yeah, you could play on the paper mats that come with it. You could play with the cardboard tokens. Not for me. I knew I was going all in on the games pretty much, so I just can't do that stuff. But it worked at pre-release. I saw people use these things, not the player mats, but the tokens. They were fine, and I'm sure the mats work because I've seen people use them at stores for like Pokemon and stuff, and they were learning on them, and they're helpful. Like, it's not a bad thing. You don't have to use it, but it's an option. And yeah, the deck boxes work. I don't know, they're enough to hold the game, and now I can just store these 2 decks. And yeah. And again, if you want to expand the game, you then we can go to here, Star Wars Unlimited. I click game, I go to product releases. I click on the first set, Spark of Rebellion. And I go down here. So we just played with this product, the 2-player starter. The only other products is maybe you can still find pre-release boxes at stores. I know some stores still have some left over and still selling them. And then, or you can buy booster packs, or boxes of booster packs, or cases of booster packs, or truckloads of booster, whatever you want to do, it's there. But those are the only products. They kept it kind of simple, which I like. Makes it very approachable, not complicated. I see some other stuff, other games, and they have like collector boxes and booster type of packs and what do they call them? There's like packs that are just meant to like upgrade a deck and that can't be played limited with draft, and packs that can, and sealed starter deck products and commander like different variant products for all different modes and stuff.
Gift sets
and all this crap, like so confusing. Trying to learn. I remember when we were like playing Pokemon with my daughter, I was like trying to understand like what the hell to buy. There's 1,000 starter decks, 1,000 sets. What should I be buying? Should I be buying these crappy repackaged packs at my local Walmart? It's like, no, don't buy those. They're junk. And like, should I be going to stores and buying singles? Like, I don't know what to do, but they made it kind of simple here, and I like that. But yeah. So now I can keep this as like a little pre-made set. But the other one that we open, I'm definitely going to bust these cards out and put them in my collection and use them to build decks. And yeah, and I think I want to, and we'll talk about this tomorrow on stream when we're playing our live sealed pack cracking, deck building, and gameplay.
I'm more excited for that when you don't know what's in my deck. That is so much easier to bluff people when they have no idea.
Well, I still didn't know all the cards in your deck. But I've only played with that Luke one like 3-4 times maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for some of these cards that I've not seen in draft play and opening packs. So like Admiral Mahdi, he's not in booster packs. He's only in this starter set. Like I said before, he has that special S on him. Now I've opened my second starter pack that I'm going to use to fill my collection. I'm going to leave the other one complete. But now I can add Admiral Mahdi to constructed decks, which I've never seen him playing pre-releases, draft play, opening booster packs, nothing. Only in the starter deck. But I cannot wait to jam him in some of my villain decks.
And he's creepy looking.
And he's creepy looking.
Yeah.
He's up to trouble for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What else? Yeah, like, do I put this guy in a deck? I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, if you have a lot of Imperials.
I've never seen him in play unless I'm playing the starter decks. I can't wait to put him in my pool. And like, if I'm playing Vader, come on, man. Like, there are lightsabers in the base set. Like, this is part of the base set. This is like card 136 of 252. Because there's 252 cards in the set. But again, you won't find this in the booster pack product or the pre-release product. You'll only find this in the starter deck. But now I'm gonna it's now part of my pool I can build from. And I don't know if I like this card. I usually just resource it. Because I love thematically, it's 7 damage. I could literally kill Luke by spending 3 resources and hit him for 7. But the fact you can just go, no.
Which I probably would.
You would.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Unless you maybe had a bunch of attachments on him that kept him alive. But like, draw 3 cards. You just have to decide, like, how bad do I need the card draw? Or I could treat this as like a deal 3 damage effect to kill one of your weaker units. Yeah. Because most likely you're going to let that go through instead of letting me draw 3 cards.
Yeah, because 3 costs for 3 cards. That's good.
But if I ever see this in a turn, if I'm watching on a stream at like a top 8 table, a final table, I don't know if I'll see this in the deck, but I'll be rooting for the player that plays this in their deck and love to see the interaction there and the opponent's, like, the decision is on the opponent.
Yeah.
And it could, like, you don't know, does the player want to actually kill this guy or does he want to draw cards? Like, it's now up to you. I love that kind of stuff. Just like there's that card, The Power of the Dark Side, that's like, choose 2 units. The opponent has to, like, or let the opponent choose a unit to defeat.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one that's like, choose 2 cards and the opponent, like, puts 1 in hand and 1 on the bottom of their deck or something. I love just throwing stuff on the opponent and making them make the decisions. I think it's still fun. But yeah, this card to me, I'm like, I don't want to play with this in a deck, but I think it's freaking hilarious. I think it's a very cool card to have in a starter deck. Very thematic. But yeah, that's it for the cards in here. But yeah, I'm just excited to play with like villain leaders and build villain decks, and I can't wait. The only decks I built are at sealed tournaments, basically. So
I should anticipate tomorrow you will be building some sort of villain?
Whatever the chat and the sealed pool presents to me, we'll see.
Okay.
We will see. But yeah, I think that's it. That's our look at the 2-player starter, our big long-winded, stretched out starter deck unboxing, explanation, gameplay. I guess the true first gameplay with actual physical stuff on the channel. Our Luke and Vader starter decks. I think it's a great product. Great way to try the game out. Great way to have some thematic fun with the like classic Star Wars stuff. Not a bad way to start a collection. You already get complete decks. You literally could buy this, you and your friend, Mel and I, and we could literally go to weekly play and play with these decks against people.
Good, yeah.
Will they be the greatest? Doesn't matter. You can start playing, which is awesome. And maybe you get some packs for showing up that help beef these decks up. Or maybe you buy a pack every time you show up. Or maybe a pack's in the prize pool and you win a game and you get a pack. Who knows? But it's a nice way to start. And I think it's a good way to try the game out. And if you don't like it, you stop there. And this is it. This is all you spend. If you really don't like it, give these away to somebody else. And they might like it and they might try it. Definitely a great representation to demo the game, but like more solid than those demo decks we played with that were only 30 cards or whatever.
Yeah.
These are complete and I like them. It's a great little product. I hope they make all of them this well that give you a nice taste of what's in the set and some exclusive stuff. I can't wait to be playing with the Mandalorian and like Moff Gideon and stuff.
Mandalorian is the
like little baby Yoda cards and stuff. What?
Mandalorian will be the good guy and Moff Gideon will be the bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would assume, yeah.
I don't know.
Unless they change it up and they add like a third or a different aspect that covers like the underworld kind of scum and villainy kind of stuff. Who knows? Like who knows what they're gonna do in the game.
Okay.
But yeah. Battle droids. Yeah, who knows? Like, yeah, I don't know. Minion says to my seal, I drew 5 villain leaders. Yeah,
Oh,
that
yes, you
happens
didn't have
sometimes.
choice, right? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you're just kind of like, okay, I gotta make it work. And you usually can, which is fun. But yeah, we'll see tomorrow. So join us at noon tomorrow. If you're watching this in the future, just check the playlist down below for all our Star Wars Unlimited streams and videos and stuff over the past bit, or the upcoming stream. You can schedule a reminder for it so you don't miss it. Join us for that again. We're going to be playing just a 2-player sealed. We'll crack 6 packs with the pre-release kits on stream. And we save these from our pre-release weekend. So Mel will crack one open and sort the cards without me here. I'll leave. I'll go play video games or something for an hour. I don't know what I'm going to do. And you guys can help Mel build her deck, and we can look through cards and take our sweet time. And once you lock your deck in, hide it.
I'll just take it with me, and then I'll sleep
Yep.
it and whatever while you're doing
Oh,
this.
good call. And then I'll come back on stream. I'll build my deck with you guys, and then we'll play a best of 3 with those decks. So you guys can see. I know some people are talking about wanting to see like live kind of deck building.
Yeah.
I'm not considering myself a good deck builder, but this you're forced to deck build, so
Yeah,
it's
you're
kind of
working
fun.
within the limitations of the cards you open.
It's more constrained. We're not looking through the whole pool and trying to brainstorm decks. That's not where I'm going. But
no, we will not cheat. I will put my phone somewhere.
Yeah,
we will not cheat.
I don't care that much to win. Like the part I'm looking forward to is cracking packs and like putting it together with everyone.
With like input.
Like yelling and do this and look at that and what does that card do and go back to red, go back, look at this. Like I just think it'd be a fun interactive live stream.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking of it, literally I thought of it like basically like a month before the game came out. I always thought of like saving 6 packs each so we could do a sealed on stream.
Yeah.
And then we had the opportunity to buy some pre-release kits and take them from the store. So I figured let's save them for a stream. I just think it's so fun.
Mm-hmm. And we like the idea of doing it alone with you guys so that we can really talk out our thoughts and like listen to your thoughts and try to like build a deck with you guys as well. Instead of trying to do it like we were both trying to like open our packs and do it together at the same time, it could get kind of messy with like what cards are you talking about in the chat, and so
very true.
Excited.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to these people for supporting the channel and hitting that join button down below and being a Patreon. If you like the stream, click the like button. Feel free to share it. Leave all your trash talk down below in the comments if you're watching this later. And hope you're here for the next stream. And I guess we'll see you in that. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.